Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Ephemeral Orb TTRPG series. This episode, dear viewers, is posted on Skoll Shorties channel, and to continue with the usual reminder, the episode after that shall be posted on Sir Thompshire's channel. All our links will be found in the description below, and the episode after that will be posted on my channel, Teeironor, links in the description again, then back on Skoll's, then Thompshire, and so on and so forth in perpetuity. Because that's the joke I've been running with, I should say, not we. But meanwhile, the dice have decided that these lovely people should introduce themselves by starting with DoomGoblin. Could you please go ahead?
Yeah. Hello, it's me, DoomGoblin, and I'm playing Captive Bladebeard, a dwarf pirate. Yeah, I did that joke already, but yeah. That's me.
Yeah. Next up on our list would be Sir Thompshire.
Greetings, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran as always, a traveling sellsword that, like everyone else in the party, is having the time of his life as a hostage.
Yeah, you ate someone like everyone else, just another day on the job. By the way, above board discussion, other than Buhd, have any of your characters eaten someone before?
Didn't we eat people like in Kyrie's ship?
Knowingly, not knowingly, but that you're aware of, I guess.
I don't think so.
Makes sense. Next, according to the list, would be Zelris. Could you please go ahead?
My name is Zelris, and I play the Blood Elf Lyri. And hopefully I don't go to sleep this time.
It's okay. But by the way, above board, dear viewers, all our characters, well, leveled up isn't the right term for Fate Accelerated, but they leveled up, so to say. You will see a minor stat difference for each of them, and it will also be visible during gameplay. But Zelris also chose a new stunt for herself. Would you please describe it for us?
Oh yeah, when I'm once per session, I can attempt to mana tap an weakened entity or an object, and hopefully that will result in some wacky hijinks.
We shall see, all things considered. And next on the list would be Skoll, the owner of this channel. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yep. I am Buhd, or first mate Buhd, and I am an ogre pirate who sometimes eats people and feels bad about it, and sometimes he doesn't feel bad about it because he's very new to that concept.
Sure. So, last time, I'd very much like to ask the owner of this channel, Skoll, to read our recap. Could you please go ahead, Skoll? And then we'll have a pause, or if you want to make a witty joke, Skoll, I'll include it. Up to you.
Yep, I am totally going to do the recap immediately at this time. And I totally did not do it already. Yep.
Which is a premiere for us in this show. So good job on that, Skoll.
Okay.
Hey.
Taken prisoner by Zolgaga following the Battle of Golden Skoll, our captured heroes, previously separated, were moved to the renegade priestess's ship. The trolls' newly enlarged flotilla set sail towards the north, while our party was invited to feast in the captain's cabin. There, Zolgaga tricked our heroes into eating Captain Bladebeard's former cook, the Tuskar Tuk, and revealed that her undead orc servant was in fact the reanimated cadaver of the former warlock currently leading the demons in Booty Bay. The troll witch declared her intentions to achieve godhood, and that she requires two more things for this purpose: an artifact known as the Stone of the Tides, and about 1,000 people to repay a debt. As the stone is presumably located in Buhd Bay, she stated her intention to kill the former orc warlock leading the demons there, a dedicated enemy of her family. Incidentally, she also mentioned she plans on killing her sister, Hakala, and any remaining family they have. Zolgaga, then, practically conscripted our heroes in this quest, in exchange for their lives and 1,000 of the Golden Skull captives. At the end of the feast, the renegade troll veered the ship away from the rest of her fleet to destroy a foreign ship, presumably Blood Elven, who had intruded in her territory. For their part, our heroes ventured to explore the ship ahead of the coming confrontation. First Mate Buhd found very few familiar faces on board, no high-ranking members of the Blackwater Raiders, and no close friends. Bladebeard managed to covertly contract the Burning Legion via his communication device and asked for aid. Archmage Viridia revealed to Benjamin Aaran that Xalatath, now in possession of Zolgaga, promised to aid them against the troll in the future, and the two discussed their options.
Thank you, Skoll. And, well, I would very much like to talk a little bit with Zelris, or rather Lyri, to get her thoughts on the events that happened in last time's shenaniganry. Now, Zelris, you kind of left us, kind of right around the time when Zolgaga mentioned that a ship was approaching. And we kind of partially retconned the events, but safe to say that everyone knows that a Blood Oath ship is approaching and that the ship is heading in that direction. What was Lyri thinking, or what was going through her mind when she got that idea?
Does she know?
Well, first off, initially I mentioned, Zolgaga said, it's a ship from your people, Lyri, or something to that effect. But then, since you weren't here, I kind of retconned it to it being Zolgaga just, stares at you for a little bit after she says there's a ship coming before moving on. So she doesn't say it out loud.
Okay.
But kind of everyone else, or at least Benjamin and Meridia, got the idea that it's a Blood Oath ship. Would Lyri have also gotten that idea?
Probably not, because she's kind of panicking from eating a dead person.
Makes sense. Okay. And then after, you guys were pretty much shooed out of the cabin. Well, actually, before that, does Lyri have any thoughts to, Zolgaga's grandiose plans?
Not a fan, obviously.
Of course.
But, for the time being, Lyri is going to be thinking of ways she can try and start an escape plan.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. So, after you guys, again, were, shooed out, and the ship is, heading at high speed towards the Blood Oath ship, Zolgaga is manipulating the winds to push the ship at very abnormal speeds. Everyone kind of went off for a little bit to do their own thing. What is Lyri doing?
The first thing Lyri does is she looks for any gunpowder barrels, even if there's no chance it's going to be there.
Give me a careful roll, difficulty 2. Okay. Well, with that roll, you will see several gunpowder barrels, your new signature move, I guess. But they're all being guarded because it's a ship filled with prisoners. They are not dumb enough to...
Obviously.
Yeah. And
okay.
You are also aware, like everyone, like your companions to Benjamin, Buhd, Bladebeard, and Meridia all have some undead guardsmen following them. You also see 2 undead crewmen staring at you, and you presume that they will follow you wherever you go.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Lyri knows that she needs to kind of just get around these guards. Is it still storming outside?
Yeah, I would say so. No longer a thunderstorm, but it is a heavy rain, and like I said, the wind is pushing the ship to go at absurdly fast speeds. It's uncomfortable, but go ahead.
Is the boat swaying back and forth a bit?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look for any guards that are precariously near the railing of the boat.
Give me another careful check. Difficulty 2 again.
0. Oof.
Yeah, you're kind of having trouble finding them because, well, it's hard even for you to, like, keep a solid footing. Like, you manage to move around, but it's kind of difficult to, like, get a good look at things with everything going on.
I'm pretty nauseous too, so it doesn't really help.
Also, fun fact on that note, the gunpowder is probably wet.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I mean, it's in the rain.
Yep, just
It's their fault for keeping it outside. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting it to be there.
yeah.
But I'll probably just find somewhere to sit and think of a plan, a scheme.
You are aware that there are other prisoners aboard. Would you be going like near a group of prisoners, or would you be more like on your own?
On my own, I don't want to hang around these dirty prisoners.
Okay. You find a place like that's sheltered from the storm, and you manage to like huddle down. But you will see that there are the two undead guardsmen follow you, and they don't like invade your personal space or anything like that, but they do keep an eye on you.
Okay, so I think of my awesome plan for a bit.
Okay. Otherwise, like to sort of set the scene for the other player characters. Benjamin, you are like talking with Meridia about what your mutual friend said to Meridia about possibly betraying Zolgaga and all that. And you kind of reach the end of that discussion. Bladebeard, you summoned the aid of the Burning Legion. But actually, I wanted to talk to you, well, rather to DoomGoblin about that for a little bit. There's a small issue that I want to bring up to you, because, well, I'm bringing it up because to not bring up and do my own thing would be kind of a dick move. You told the demons, this ship that you're on is heading north, but thing is, the fleet of Blackwater Raiders and Undead is heading north. This ship went into a different direction. Would you like to amend that, or are you saying that the ship is north?
Oh no, I thought that we are going north.
No, the big fleet is going north, but your Zolgaga sensed, oh, there's an intruder ship here. I'm going to go hunt it down, and took her own ship into a different direction.
Well, I imagine that at some point we'll continue going north, so I think it's fine. I don't know.
Okay, up to you. Just that there.
Yeah, I don't think they can be here in a few minutes. It's a big sea. So yeah, I told them that we are going north.
Well,
North from Golden Skull.
being like frank, the implication of, oh, we are on a ship that's going north, like directly north from Golden Skull, would direct the demons to the fleet of like undead and refugees, not to your ship. That's the implication, and that's why I'm asking you if that's what you want to say.
I mean, above board, do I know that they would reach them, like, right now?
You do not, but you.
Yeah, all right. I said north, and I'm not changing.
You're
anything.
gonna kill everyone.
Okay.
I think that what I said is good. All right.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. is what I'll do. Okay. So yeah, that's what you were doing. But like I mentioned in the recap, you were like looking around the ship, looking for any like friendly or familiar face. You found a few prisoners, and you like chatted with a Draenei woman for a little bit. But again, you didn't find like close friends or high-ranking people. So, of everyone else, since we got Lyri's thoughts in the beginning, unless you guys like decide to reconvene, so to say, is there anything else you would like to do?
I would like to regroup with everyone.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. You didn't like talk about a meeting place, but I presume the most common location would be like in front of Zulgaga's cabin. Up to you guys.
Yeah, hanging out at the door of the big bed sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sure. I will say you guys, well, maybe except Lyri, but Lyri, you would see that since you're taking shelter. You guys would like reunite in whatever order you prefer. I would say the Archmage would go with Benjamin, so she would join then.
I'll arrive just after Buhd, because Buhd's pretty big, so I can't really miss him.
Makes sense. What about the rest of you? Would if you'd like, we can like roll some dice to establish the order of people who arrive.
If it's okay with DoomGoblin, I guess Benjamin and Rudy will arrive last since we're talking, I guess.
Okay. So I guess the order would be either Bladebeard, Buhd, Lyri, or Buhd, Lyri, Bladebeard. Up to you guys.
Does it matter? Whatever. Like
Sure.
I can be the second to last.
Sure. I guess,
Yeah.
Sure.
We could. I mean, I think Buhd would get bored pretty fast, so he'd probably, be the first to come back.
Lyri, as you're like pondering and taking shelter from the rain, you see Buhd like walking in front of Zulgaga's cabin, like looking around, presumably for the rest of you.
So I get up and I approach Buhd.
Feel free to interact.
I just blink at Buhd a couple times.
Oh, there you are. You have to use the bathroom too?
Yeah, sure. And I kind of make a little puking face.
Oh, right. You guys don't eat them normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bud trying not to eat them anymore. Benjamin told Bud not to.
Not doing a good job then, are you?
Well, Bud didn't know, and you didn't know, so...
I guess that's fair.
Bladebeard and
No,
Benjamin
well,
are
yes.
welcome to join whenever their players prefer, by the way. I'm not going to force anything.
I look at Buhd. Any ideas?
No, not really. Bud look around for friends, but, Bud no find anyone.
You saying you didn't appreciate the company of those guys? And I point to some shady-looking undead.
They stare at you.
They raise
Yeah,
an
no.
eyebrow.
They not very good. They deaders. And, Bud not really like them. They not even taste that good.
They won't stop leaving me alone.
Yeah, Bud doesn't like paparazzi.
Whoa, were you famous back in your day?
When Bud travel world, goblins bother Bud a lot, wanting Bud to do things for them. Bud do it for a little bit, but they boring.
Okay. Were you a clown or what?
No, Bud lift things for goblins. Very easy stuff. But it boring. Really boring.
Yeah, I'm not one for lifting.
So Bud travel worlds some more and then become pirate with Bladebeard. And it work out pretty good. Bud even become first mate. And things going pretty well for Bud.
Aren't you a captain now too?
Well, Bud was captain, but Bud no have ship, and Bud's crew is separated. So,
I mean, Bladebeard doesn't have a crew or a ship. He's still
this
captain.
is true. Well, he no have crew, but Bud have crew. He just separated.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, maybe you're even more of a captain than Mr. Bladebeard.
Probably.
I smile at Bud.
He even gets betrayed by Dagger.
How do you even do that?
Betrayed by Dagger?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he lose Bud, so Bud guesses it not hard to lose angry evil Dagger.
Jeez.
She know for backstabbing. I mean, it is Dagger. That all daggers do, they stab.
Mm-hmm.
Bud has never met Dagger that is friendly. They all poke Bud and make Bud bleed a little bit, or they just not friendly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess. My eyes kind of glaze over a bit.
They only good for spreading butter.
I'm getting to them by the second.
If Bud had Zella tooth, Bud would use it to spread bread with butter.
Awesome. That's really cool. I really love bread too.
Yeah.
Can I try
Bread,
conjuring
okay.
a piece of bread for Bud?
Can you try what? Sorry.
Conjuring a piece of bread for Bud.
Oh yeah, Khadgar taught you about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it would be your first time doing that because you didn't have like the opportunity to try it yet. So
That's fine.
roll me a. Well, how would you? I guess, without going necessarily into detail, how would you like envision creating the bread? So I know what I'd like to ask you to roll.
What do you mean envision?
Like, are you yeah, that's true. It's a bit of a complicated question, so just roll your careful. I'm going to say it's difficulty 2.
I'm probably going to be careful anyway because it's my first time.
Yep, that's why I mentioned it. Yep. Okay, you managed to conjure bread. Not particularly brilliant, but not bad. It's fresh. But I will mention it is raining at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Oh,
cool,
good.
huh?
Soggy bread. Bud's second favorite type of bread.
What's your first?
Toasty bread.
What about normal bread?
A third favorite. But like soggy bread better.
Oh, do you want it?
Yes.
Okay. I hand Bud the bread.
You see, like, one of the undead guardsmen, like, cranes their head to get a better look, like, to see if you're handing him, like, a weapon or something, but then he realizes it's just bread and, like, resumes his position.
Those guys are already paranoid.
Yeah, but think they bad parents too.
Yeah, about that. Lyri's going to now try to speak in Orcish, but she's not very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the off chance that these guards don't speak Orcish.
Just above board, there was a time in our series where Bud also like spoke Orcish for the group, but he's also bad at it.
Wonderful. So we're both going to be really bad at Orcish.
What do you say?
I say, since it's raining right now, I was thinking of maybe making the floor a little icy so when the boat rocks, they fall off.
Roll me a clever to see how well you actually convey that. But you understand most of it, but instead of icy, you think she mentions something like, what's the word? Cold, or like a low temperature, basically.
That not going to be good for Bud's feet.
Mm-hmm. It won't be good for theirs either. And I kind of shoot one of them a dirty look.
He stares blankly at you, no emotion.
This makes Bud sometimes wish Bud had boots.
Oh yeah.
By the way, are you? Let me know when you're talking in Orcish and when you're talking in common.
I'm back
by the
to
way,
speaking in common now.
Since Bladebeard's taking a long time, I guess I'll enter the scene.
I'm sure you're more than welcome to. Meridia will be with you.
Huh, did anyone say hooves?
What?
Oh, wasn't Bud talking about having hooves?
No. I kind of shoot a glance at Bud.
Bud was talking about how Bud wishes Bud had boots.
Oh, boots. Huh. I guess they don't make them that big, right?
They do, but they're expensive. Goblins offer Bud boots in Gadgetsoon, and they very pricey. They tell Bud, 1,000 gold, Bud. And Bud to go, that too much. And so...
Does Bladebeard even pay you?
Bud used to get cut of treasure, but, Bud always asked for food.
That's not very smart, I'm afraid.
You are being ripped off, Bud, says the Archmage. Well, were, I guess.
Well, it was good deal at time. Travel the world, go on adventures, be first mate and tell people what to do. Though Bud mostly just told Bud people to get Bud food and make cannons clean and nice and pretty and ready for shooting. Bud was good at that. Cannon maintenance. That word hard.
By the way, above board, since it's raining, regarding your stunt, since it's your stunt, you will still be able to like fire that cannon, and you will do damage. I don't want to like take that away from you, but it will be probably somewhat reduced in effectiveness. Okay, Bud.
Speaking of your cannon,
Oh yes, Bud's nice cannon.
how do you always manage to have cannonballs with you?
Well, Bud usually stock up with cannonballs when we near place with cannonballs. So Bud take as many cannonballs as possible, and Bud put them in cannon and in pants.
I guess those are pretty large pants after all.
Very big pants for Bud.
The Archmage shoots Benjamin a weird look.
Goblins were nice enough to give Bud pants.
I shiver.
They don't like Bud when Bud was naked.
I'm glad they did.
Yeah, but they don't give Bud boots. Rip off.
Or a shirt.
I thought that he took his pants from a cool Aaran. Wasn't that in his description?
His first pair of pants probably weren't from a Coltier.
Yeah, alright. I guess I'll join the scene now.
Mm-hmm. The Archmage notices you and like beckons you to like join the group.
I joined the group.
Welcome to the party. We talking about boots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Alright. I should probably get a new pair. Been wearing this for a while now.
They're also slightly singed from when you were detonated.
Oh yeah, they're a bit damaged from when Lyri exploded me. But
Yeah, I think one of your toes is poking out.
Eh,
Better to have damaged boots than no boots. Not a good phrase.
I kind of look away when Bladebeard says that. I pay it no mind.
You will all notice that the Archmage, after like a second or two, follows Lyri.
Okay.
Would you, above board, would you three like to continue your discussion, or would you like the Archmage Lyri interaction to take place?
Unless Budd has anything else to say about boots, I guess it's fine.
Yeah, I think the Buhd discussion can be paused.
Shouldn't take too long anyway.
Yeah. Lyri, where do you head?
Not that far away, just a little ways away.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere a bit more sheltered from the wind, I guess.
Again,
I'm pretty
the
cold.
Archmage approaches you and says, How are you feeling?
Better than before,
Do
I
you,
say.
are you... She like hesitates and sighs, says, do you have any issues with the ship we're heading towards?
What?
Zul'Gog sort of implied that the ship we're about to fight is a blood oven ship.
She... No, she didn't.
She... I saw that you were distracted at Matt then, but she mentioned a ship's approaching and then she stared at you for like 10 seconds.
I go silent for a little bit.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I know, well, technically the Kirintor are at war with Silvermoon at the moment, but I promise I'll do my best not to harm any of your people if I can help it.
Okay.
And I'm sorry that we had a rocky start.
It's fine. It's fine. There's more important things to worry about right now.
She gives you like a concerned look, but then nods at you and returns to the rest of the group.
I kind of take one look out to sea and then join them again.
Feel free to interact.
So, Benjamin, if you use that magic of yours to turn into Zugalga, do you think that all the undead would listen to you instead of her?
Well, for one, I think they'd see me transforming. And honestly, something a little bit shadier than loyalty is happening around here.
The Archmage, as she like rejoins the discussion, will say, I believe they're magically linked to Zul'Gaga's will. Even if Benjamin looked like her, they would know it's not actually her.
Am I
Makes
in
sense.
hearing range?
Oh yeah.
What if we put
brain of Benjamin in Zulgaga.
The Archmage shoots you like a WTF look.
Yeah, I believe they would both die.
Wait, Benjamin can change the way he looks?
Oh, right. I sometimes forget you haven't been with us for a long time. I essentially have this orb that lets me turn into other things. Well, generally, sentient humanoid creatures.
Ooh. Okay.
Bud used it once to become Draenei Lady. Bud was very pretty and had tail.
That's good to keep in mind, I guess.
Yeah, and I used it to make myself look like a paladin with a light frostmourne.
When was that? Says the Archmage.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bud wasn't there for that.
That's the sword that Arthas used.
She's-
The Lich King.
She said, when was that? Like, when did that happen?
Few years ago, I believe, like 15 years, right? Third War.
What? You were not. Wait, what?
Did you two know each other for that long? Says the Archmage.
Oh, me and Arthas? I never met him.
I'm genuinely unsure if this is like a DoomGoblin miscommunication or a Bladebeard miscommunication.
But
think it's
Bladebeard.
Okay.
I'll be face palming at this point.
Okay.
Oh, when did I turn into paladin? Is that your
yes,
question?
Yes.
A few hours ago.
She sighs and says, well, a lot of good that did us. Though I think fighting Arthas was easier than this, being honest.
You fought Arthas?
Well, not directly, but I was there when Aaran was destroyed.
Oh yeah. You know that. I mean, you lived there, so that city was destroyed a few times.
And she looks as if she's about to say something, but then she just sighs.
But now it's flying. No one can reach it, right?
You never know. There are... 3 weeks ago, I would never have guessed that I would be going up against a mad troll witch seeking to achieve godhood. So who knows?
Well, I think that's two of us.
Next thing you know, the tomb of Sargeras will open like some kind of portal and a massive demonic invasion will come out of it.
I think saying something like that is something of a bad omen.
She knocks on the piece of mast and says, there, we're safe.
Bud, if Bud ever go to city in cloud, Bud would go on ship that flies.
She laughs and says, well, you probably need to find a goblin for that.
Bud know lots of goblins. Maybe they give Bud a ride.
What about using magic to make a ship fly?
No, that's ridiculous, Benjamin. Come on.
So Gaga's using magic to make the ship go faster, I think.
Oh, she's just amplifying the wind. She's not manipulating the structure itself.
I
So what
sigh
do-
and I got kind of sad.
What do you think that? I mean, what kind of powers does she have? She can control the wind, I believe, lightning. Anything else we should be prepared for?
She has a
But-
dagger that can... What can the dagger do? Heal people? Heal herself? I look
Yeah,
at like-
heal.
It's
It healed me.
a very powerful source wielder of shadow magic. Void magic.
What does that imply?
Void magic, well, in practical applications at least, typically deals with manipulating the senses of the opponent, so to say. For instance, she can turn you insane. Just to put it simply.
Oh, wonderful.
Honestly, it's a pretty useless weapon. I don't know. When I had it, it wasn't very powerful, and then it left me.
Well, you seemed awfully attached to it.
It literally resurrected you, Bladebeard. What are you talking about?
Alright. It healed me back to life, alright. But after that, when you had it, it made me see visions and stuff, but when I had it, it made one guy cut his throat or something.
The Archmage looks horrified.
Undead guy cut his throat.
She relaxes a little.
Bud doesn't need dagger to do that.
Okay.
I don't need a dagger to do that. Like I said, it's pretty useless and very annoying, and kind of like always thinks that she's in charge. I bet Zugalga and her are going to argue a lot.
But we
What
can't
would-
get rid of her until we get rid of the dagger.
Bud
Ah.
used dagger for butter on bread.
Do you think maybe we could put it in one of those cannons and shoot it out to sea?
The dagger?
Yeah, sure, why not?
We
I
first need
would
to get it.
strongly advise against that, being honest. There are, well, just like we witnessed a few hours ago, there are lots of... The ocean is not empty. There are lots of horrors that might very well take an interest in the dagger.
Like a giant starfish.
There are weirder things out there, I suppose. Did you know there are tales of sea dragons? Literal sea dragons?
Also, giant turtles with islands on them.
That's just silly.
Well, true, but a dragon is a more intelligent being than a turtle, would you say?
Or a talking
We already
fish.
know about sea dragons. It's old news.
Bud one time saw a goblin with a talking fish. It's very scary.
Well, as you can
Isn't-
see, plenty of stuff in the ocean that probably shouldn't get their hands on that little dagger.
It sang a song to Bud with a press of a button.
I mean, what are you meant to do with it then? Can you just like break it in half or something?
I mean, I almost killed it with a gun at one point. I
Mhm.
think.
What?
Yeah, you were all unconscious and you were still not in our group, but I took out my gun and I shot at it, and it fell. I guess it was flying, by the way. But when I
You can kill a dagger?
Wasn't our
Yeah.
mutual friend Kyrie also there? I'm sorry, Captain Bladebeard, but I'm more inclined to believe that our mutual friend took care of the dagger than you.
she was helping, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, she was a big help.
But being honest, I kind of have a feeling that if we break the dagger, some sort of big monster made of mouths will show up.
What should we do then? Lock it up somewhere?
The Archmage
But-
will say, in an ideal scenario, I would propose that we take it to the votes of the Kirin Tor, but we're not in an ideal scenario.
We should just give it back to our sea dragon friend, Kyrie.
Is that
What
what
would
you
you-
meant by... No, I'm... She shakes her head.
Oh, is Kyrie a sea dragon? Is that why she's blue and not red?
No, she's a blue dragon. I'm talking about something else, but never mind that. If Kyrie were here, yes, I don't like her, but I would much rather trust her than our host.
Yeah.
Is there any possible way we can reach out to people at Aaran?
The Archmage will say, I might be able to, but well, I would need some privacy.
Okay, I'm thinking of possible ways to kind of clear up the patrols around here so we get some more privacy.
Oh, should Bud pull a distraction again, like in Booty Bay?
No, but please.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't want it. If it becomes an all-out fight, then we'll be doomed.
You see an undead crewman walking in your direction, and he puts his hand on his sword. Doesn't draw it yet.
What are you doing? I roll my eyes at him.
He will say, what's that about distractions? The priestess will not be happy to hear that.
Well, we're pretty bored at the moment. We need a little distraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a sneaky, Benjamin, and Lyri will assist you with a +1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the undead guardsman, still uneasy, slowly backs away from you.
I was just showing my big friend Bud over here how to make some bread.
You can make bread?
Oh yeah,
bread good.
Yeah, Mr. Khadgar taught me.
Oh, I learned to make bread somewhat recently as well.
I'm not very good at it, but Bud seemed to enjoy it.
All we need is that knife and some butter.
Yeah, apparently my bread is amazing, but yeah.
No need to brag.
The Archmage... Well, oh yeah, oh never mind that. The Archmage was present when you learned bread, so she wouldn't say anything. She was about to doubt you, but she was there when you learned.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish we got a little more time so I could learn how to teleport.
Mm-hmm. Or send out some kind of little beam into the sky.
Well,
Like a signal. For
I guess I
bats.
can make a sort of flare, but I'm sure that will be a bit useless at the middle of sea and in the middle of a storm.
I tried that on the island and it barely worked.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm not flashy enough.
I mean, I just set fire to some big old tent. No need to make a weird flare.
Above board, just because I don't want to like do something sneaky to you guys. This conversation takes place in like quote-unquote real time, and you've been talking for like 20 to 25 minutes. Just FYI.
Mm-hmm. Just saying we're gonna see the other boat soon, huh?
Yeah, that's more or less what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Is it visible?
Not yet. You still have some time, just not a lot of time.
Okay.
What plan when we meet boat?
I've barely had any time to think of anything.
There isn't really much we can do, right?
We could try and maybe... No.
Honestly, with Zolgaga having so many hostages, I'm not really sure there's much we can do.
I mean, if we could get all of Zolgaga's weapon things, then maybe we might stand a chance, but...
Is there a possibility... Well, the majority of the crew would be distracted with the enemy ship. She like shoots you a quick look, Lyri, when she says that, like, not real enemies. She will then continue. Is there a possibility that we start a fight from the other end, so to say, with the various people who are not aligned with Zolgaga?
Mm-hmm.
The way Zulgalaga mentioned the ship, it was almost like it was barely a threat, so I'm not sure we can turn the tide that much.
Yeah,
She still turned the entire boat to go fight it, though. I mean, how many weapons does she have? I know she has that staff. I know she has the dagger. Is that it?
Well, that's already too many, honestly.
I know, but if we could get those out of her hand, then maybe we could fight back somehow.
The
I
Go ahead.
I think we should. I don't think today or in a few minutes it's a right moment to do that. We should be more careful, right?
Well,
Probably.
I think we should at least wait and see the ship itself and what it's like and how many people it has.
Yeah.
No matter what, we really need to try and hinder this. I kind of look around to see if anyone's looking at me.
Well, the Archmage does while she says this. Benjamin, if a Blood Oath ship is here, so close to Stormwind, I doubt it's a trading vessel.
You do have a point there. But I guess military ships come in different sizes, and being so close to Stormwind, I guess a big ship will draw quite a bit of attention.
True. Do you have any thoughts? Do you... Well, I'm not asking for military intelligence, but do you have any thoughts on what the possible size of this ship might be? She says to Lyri.
No, I don't. I really don't know.
Wait,
That-
are you part of the Blood Elf military, or did I miss something?
I'm not saying that, Bladebeard. I'm just asking that she might be more aware of Blood Oath ship designs than either one of us. Well, maybe except you.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about ships.
Do you have any ideas? Any thoughts?
Above board, do I?
I think you would, because you fought in the Second War alongside elven ships. You have also traveled the seas a lot, so you would definitely know. Elven military ships tend to be lighter, like they prefer speed over like raw power. So they tend to be like smaller, and they usually rely more on like mages rather than traditional artillery, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Although they do have that sort of thing. They don't really have cannons, more like ballista, which isn't that good, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And they specialize in fire mages, which would probably not be very effective in a storm.
Yeah, I don't know how much we can rely on them. Their ships usually tend to be pretty small but fast. And yeah, I guess we'll see. But I wouldn't count on them being a good enough distraction.
Well, if Zulgala can manipulate the wind itself, she will definitely have the advantage in speed.
Yep.
How did she do that?
Probably because of the staff she carries.
Is she gonna fight on the front lines, or is she gonna stay in the cabin?
I don't really know her, but she kind of seems the type that enjoys a little killing from now and then.
On the other hand, she doesn't strike me as someone dumb. She would know that we would be planning something, so maybe she wouldn't jump to the front lines.
Honestly, I think this is just a plan to have us bend to her will or something.
Mm-hmm. She's doing a good job at crushing our spirits, alright. I kind of look at the floor.
The Archmage sighs. We don't really have much time. She mentioned an hour. It's been what, 40, 50 minutes?
Well, I mean, whatever happens, we need to make the most of this advantage.
I guess
We're
regardless
better.
of...
We're better off now than we are back with the fleet.
That's true. We do have... They don't have the possibility of gaining reinforcements at the very least.
We need to at least try and set up some kind of scheme or plan to pull.
So, above board, the dragon thing is not with us. It's with the fleet.
What are you referring to?
The skeleton dragon.
Yeah, it will be with the fleet.
Alright, so he's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think regardless, we should prepare ourselves to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always ready to fight, but yeah, I don't think this will be the right moment.
By the way, Bladebeard, I almost forgot. When you were, quote-unquote, praying, you shooed Frignir away. Where would he be? He's still listening to your commands.
Oh, I guess with us.
Okay, then
Here.
he would be with you, but he would say absolutely nothing unless talked to, pretty much.
Did you notice his fixed render?
DoomGoblin?
Oh, did somebody ask me something?
Yeah, I was asking you if you noticed his fixed render. Now he's actually an iron.
Oh yeah,
bolt.
yeah. I did. Amazing. Looks great.
You always do a great job.
Can that thing do any calculations or anything?
Oh yeah. He can, I guess. Frignir, what's 7 times 7?
49, Captain.
See?
It's pretty good.
Whoa.
Can it tell us anything useful? Like, you know, what speed we're going?
I'll try to do that myself. Can I like roll careful or something?
Yeah, it would be careful. I'm trying to decide on the difficulty. On one hand, you are obviously a very experienced, like, ship person, but on the other hand, you are going at absurdly fast speeds. I guess I'll say difficulty 4.
Nope.
It go very fast.
Yeah. Frignir, what speed are we going?
Frignir sighs and will roll for himself. Okay, he will say... Above board, I didn't actually think of this, so I need to like make some impromptu calculations. Oh shit, I remember
Can you just say that he says, I don't know, the correct answer?
It would be approximately the correct answer. I was saying oh shit because I could like maybe give you a kilometers per hour speed, but I remembered that oh, these are nautical miles and I have no idea how big a nautical mile is, honestly. So he gives you an approximative answer. Basically, ship is going very fast, probably like 50 times faster than a normal ship would.
Jesus, okay.
You're, well, Bladebeard especially is surprised that the like main mast is still holding up.
Yeah, this is one sturdy ship.
If we threw somebody overboard,
They would probably die, says the Archmage.
okay. I was talking about this with Buhd earlier, but if I could use ice magic to maybe make the ground a bit slippy, maybe some of our friends could, you know,
I mean, there's other prisoners on board with them. that happen to them as well?
Problem with your plan, Lyri. When this ship will reach the Blood Oath ship, it's probably going to slow down. And if you do this early, well, we have no chance against Zulgaga and her entire crew right now, alone.
I guess.
Still,
Can I look at what they're wearing for armor?
the undead?
Yeah.
They are not like wearing armor. A lot of them are wearing like clothes you would typically see on a pirate. Some of them are shirtless. A lot of them have
Okay.
like, well, not a lot of them, but quite a few of them have like damaged clothes.
Yeah, these guys don't look like they'd sink if we just pushed them in.
Well, they definitely wouldn't sink, if you remember earlier today, but well, it's something to keep in mind for the future. If the ship would continue to go at high speed, they would definitely be left behind, at the very least.
Well, no matter what happens, if she comes out, just keep an eye out for those things we were discussing earlier.
Thing is, if we pull anything, I'm sure she'll have her dragon pet take care of the hostages.
Can she communicate with those things from miles away?
Yeah, she communicated with me, and I was in Westpol. So, yeah.
Okay.
The ship starts slow, like the wind starts blowing a little bit lighter, and the ship like starts slowing down. It's very gradually. It's not like a sudden stop.
Looks like we're getting close.
Mm-hmm. And, well, all of you will see the doors to the captain's cabin open up, and the main lady herself and her little orc come out of the doors, and you are like standing nearby.
I kind of look at her out of the corner of my eye, but I don't want Zulgaga to know that I'm looking at her.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. She looks at you with her usual arrogant smile and walks in your direction. The collective you.
Hello.
Hello, bud. Always the most polite of the lot.
Okay, I look at her now because it's obvious that she's there.
Mm-hmm.
But have good manners.
How have you all been, my dear guests?
But ate soggy bread.
And
I'm fine.
she looks at Bladebeard.
I've been better.
She laughs out loud and says, probably the most honest statement any of you could ever make. Well,
I'm known for my honesty.
of course, Captain Bladebeard. You know, do you want to know why I let you and Bud escape that day?
I have an idea. I think that you were too afraid that if you kill me, I would manage to convince the devil to let me go with an army of demons.
She laughs out loud and says, I doubt you could be speaking to one somebody like that, man.
I don't know. I'm pretty persuasive.
She kneels down in front of you, to stare you in the eyes and says, it be because, my dear Bladebeard, I know you will always hate me for what I did to you. And I knew you were gonna seek help, seek others. And I know that even if you manage to escape right now, you're gonna get others to come and find me, and I'll be getting more souls. You be like that, you know.
You're damn right. I'm not escaping. I'm gonna stick here. And I'm leaving when you do.
She rises to her feet and laughs and says, well, we did make a deal that I would be helping you to retake Booty Bay in exchange for a certain artifact there and 1,000 of your people. So at that point our arrangement will end, my dear captain. I don't think I'm particularly interested in you being a guest at my apotheosis. But now you, on the other hand, she says to Benjamin, you, my dear, you are very welcome to stick with me afterwards.
I was actually planning on taking a holiday after all of this, so I think I'll pass.
But my dear, you would be in the company of a goddess. Imagine all the holidays we could have.
I don't know. I'm more into, being with an equal, I think.
I give Zorgaga the stink eye. Not happy.
She notices that and looks at you and says, and you, the feisty little one, the one that blew up my favorite toy. What should I be doing with you? I think it might be good to put you on the front lines against, well, the ones we'll be facing soon. What do you think of that?
I think that's just fine.
Of course.
You
Go ahead.
you knew that I did that?
Zogalga sighs and says everyone else on that ship was paralyzed with fear. Everyone except you, who you suddenly disappeared, and the next thing the poor old Storms well knew, it got blown up. I wonder who could have done that.
So was that like your ex or something? Or mine? I'm still not clear on that.
Zogalga laughs out loud and she says, No, I just found him at the bottom of the ocean one day. You know how it be. Nobody can really resist poor old Zogalga. Be like that.
Awesome. That's really cool.
She starts walking around the group of you. I'm presuming you guys are were gathered in a circle, and she starts walking around the circle.
I'm really unnerved by her.
Bud's favorite holiday is Wintervale because Bud gets gifts.
Yeah, Zorgaga doesn't have any plans for you, does she? Maybe
Well,
you just...
My dear Bud, did you know that my one of my long ancestor, he was a student of a Loa of Memories? Did you know that?
Might ring a few bells to Bud.
She looks surprised, as if she did not actually expect you to know that. She says, Oh, where did you hear that?
From Floaty Trollman who talked to Bud in dreams.
Floaty Trollman who talked to you in dreams. Do you mean my ancestor?
Bud guess so.
Yeah,
Well,
what did you exactly do with that Shango guy?
My question first, why was Shango, my ancestor, interested in you?
Bud pretty great.
She looks at Bladebeard when she says this.
Bladebeard's pretty great.
We are pretty great. The Buhd has to agree with that.
She sighs in frustration and says, well, no matter. After our business will be done, he won't be a factor in this anyway. So, my dear guests, and then she continues to circle. She stops right behind Meridia, the Archmage, and puts a hand on her shoulder. She says, I be thinking I'll be taking this one as a honored guest to make sure that you all stick to our bargain.
I give Zelgarga a nod.
The Archmage looks terrified.
You not joining us on the front lines, Zelgarga?
Oh, I will be there with you, don't you worry. But, I like to have a good vantage view.
That's fair. Just make sure you catch all the good moments. And I kind of look upward.
What does Buhd say or do, if anything?
I
I kind of mouth the words flex to him.
But does a flex, I guess.
Awesome. I didn't expect him to read my lips. We're pretty good, Zelgarga. We're ready.
Zelgarga rolls her eyes. And she grabs the Archmage by the arm. The Archmage is too scared to resist. But can all of you roll me a careful check?
Sure.
Benjamin and Bladebeard. You would notice that, as I mentioned, the Archmage has a terrified expression, and Zelgarga again pulls at her. But for the briefest instant, you see an expression of surprise go on the Archmage's face, and then one of not so much calm, but a bit of confidence. But then she resumes her scared expression because, well, she is scared. Feel free to make of that whatever you wish.
Alright.
Okay. As Zelgarga pulls the Archmage away, she will once again turn to Buhd and say, my dear Buhd, we'll be talking about your, she taps her head, issue after this little test, let's say.
Oh, okay.
She drags the Archmage away and doesn't head to her cabin, but to the upper deck of the ship where the steering wheel would be, for instance.
Can I try something?
Of course.
I would try to do the learning her aspect things. But can I somehow, I don't know, use my stunt, the one with the friend on the other side, the vague answers voice? Can I kind of have him to assist me or something?
Yes and no. Thing is, the voice thingy wouldn't. Your friend on the other side might provide some different information, but wouldn't be able to assist you with learning her aspect.
So, alright.
You can do both, basically. You can ask your friend on the other side about Zelgarga, but and you can also try to learn her aspects, but you won't be able. These two things are separate. Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, I'll do both. Why not?
Okay. Well, first roll me a careful. Ooh, very
Jesus.
nice. Very
Wow.
nice. Okay.
And you said for her weakness, I need
8.
8. Alright, I'll spend my fate point and invoke I can read people thing. Wait. I can't read books, but I can read people, I believe it's... yeah, that one.
Okay, unfortunately, I think you will be kind of disappointed because her trouble is, hold on, never speak about her family.
Uh-oh, we literally just did that.
Well, more so
Alright.
in terms of like, don't speak about her family when she doesn't like initiate that conversation, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's her sore spot. DoomGoblin Bladebeard in terms of like narrative. You'd think back on like the Zulgalga you interacted with before she took over your crew, and you would remember how very vague she was about her past. How in her first days, not all. She didn't seem like a powerful sorceress. In her first days, she seemed like an exile, pretty much. Someone with a lot of regrets, let's say. Someone with a very troubled past. And over the days, she like slowly regained her confidence, and then she eventually stole your crew from you, basically. So that's her trouble. You remember like the weak Zulgalga, so to say, and you deduce that she has a lot of troubled history about her family, and it's a very sore spot that you can prod on. Make sense?
Alright. Yeah.
Okay. As to go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was about to say about the stunt thing.
Yeah. Regarding the stunt, the voice in your head will say, if the game goes well, even a pawn might ascend to become a queen, but at the end of the day, the king is the one who controls the game, not the queen.
Yeah, I believe you already said that.
No,
But yeah,
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm talking to in character. Bladebeard says that in his head. Yeah. She's a pawn and I'm a queen. Yeah, I remember. Or king. Yeah.
If that's the conclusion Bladebeard came to, that's perfectly fine. But I hope DoomGoblin understood what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So she's a queen, but there's also a king, basically.
And it's Bladebeard. Alright.
Sure.
Well, I look at Benjamin with a concerned look. Looks like we're not going to be able to pull anything.
Seems so.
Hey, Meridia said that she needs privacy. I think this is a good thing.
By the way, Zulgalga walked away with Meridia, but the undead orc is still with you.
I don't say what I just said.
Fair enough.
Bud wonders if Zulgalga is gonna fix Bud's head.
Well, with
Better
our
give
set
her a
of
reason to do
powers,
it,
I
then.
don't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
With our set of powers, I don't think that's a good idea at all.
Well, Bud not sure then what to do if she offered to help Bud. Is that bad thing?
Of course. Don't take her help.
Yeah, for once, I'm inclined to agree with Bladebeard.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that you said for once I agree with Bladebeard like 7 times already. So, I mean,
Well,
yeah, you can
yes,
stop saying that.
You do some
For once, it's kind of...
you do some horrible stuff in between, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
By the way, Benjamin,
Yeah.
Your thing that you own is pretty cool. If I need it, would you mind me borrowing it?
Sure, I guess.
I nod.
We have used it before. Bud used it to be Draenei. Bladebeard used it to be Frostmourne Paladin.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, just don't forget about your clothes next time.
I kind of give a side eye to the orc guy who's just standing there.
Yeah, fun thing.
Bud, you're talking nonsense. What do you mean?
Fun thing is, he isn't just like, say, several meters away. He's like literally next to you guys because Zolgaga brought him there.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your name?
He looks in your direction but says nothing.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. Who are you?
He looks in your direction, Lyri, but says nothing. All of you see again the massive cannon hole that Bud made earlier in him.
Bud gonna call him Mr. Hole.
Can I
But,
try to rob him? Pickpocket him?
There it is.
Jesus.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure.
You're insane.
Roll me your sneaky and I'll roll his careful.
And I get plus 6
Take his
on it,
mask. Take his mask for the love of God.
right? Because
Yeah,
of my son.
you get that. You get that. Benjamin Bladebeard wouldn't be able to. Okay, Benjamin Bladebeard wouldn't be able to like take his mask without like him being aware of it, if that makes sense.
Attach a little string.
Not
to
even
it
a
and follow
godly
it.
roll for that.
Bladebeard, as you like slowly sidestep and like walk behind him without him noticing somehow, and you like look through his belongings, you will see go ahead.
Can we see Bladebeard doing this through the cannon hole?
Roll your own carefuls to oppose Bladebeard's sneaky. Benjamin maybe does. Benjamin maybe. Lyri, you're in your own world, pretty much. So again, Bladebeard, DoomGoblin, in his like inventory for you to steal, you find a bunch of old bones and what looks like a, how should I say, sort of like a tribal effigy, if that makes sense.
Tribal what?
Like an object with a cultural significance
Yeah. Huh.
or religion.
Sure, I'll take that.
Okay. It is
Might be magical. I don't know.
It is literally a necklace made out of the teeth of some animal you do not recognize. And no careful roll will make you recognize that animal.
Alright.
Ooh, is it from Draenor? Ooh.
I mean, he is an orc, and this orc like died 30 plus years ago, so yeah, it's probably from Draenor. Above board.
Yeah. Alright, I'll take the necklace.
Mm-hmm. And then you also find like some scattered old bones, but nothing like particularly important.
He's keeping bones in his pocket?
Above board are any of the bones his own?
Are any of his bones Horcruxes?
No to both questions. Well, you wouldn't know the answer to the second question, but no.
Alright. I'll, stop stealing and kind of casually return to the
Mhm.
circle.
You have a tribal orcish necklace in your possession now.
Yeah,
Good
it could be useful.
Sure. Feel free to like mark that in your notes if you'd like. I'm not going to note it on screen because it doesn't like provide you a special advantage. Okay.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. The ship continues to like slow down, and as soon as I put it on screen, In the distance, you will see a typical Blood Oath destroyer. And the ship
Ooh.
is moving at top speed in its direction.
Guess that's our target.
Very colorful ship.
The orc like grunts at you, like says, and gestures with his hand to like get ready.
Does anyone speak Orcish?
Bud does.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say then?
He just grunted. You don't need to speak Orcish to understand that he just
Benjamin
moaned.
just being racist.
Yeah.
That was just grunt to Benjamin.
No. Okay.
And you see the
Bud no if he speak.
This is nasty business.
you see the other members of the crew like get ready to also fight.
Does that include any, like, refugees?
Well, they're all below deck, and you guys are above deck.
Okay, so they're not going to be fighting, are they? It's going to be us and the undeads.
Although, can all of you like give me a careful roll? Benjamin's stunt would apply. Yeah, not quite. I guess, yeah. Buhd and Bladebeard, you would realize that like the undead who are preparing to fight are not like the full crew complement of this ship.
Didn't Benjamin roll higher than Buhd and Bladebeard, though?
He rolled
That's
a-
from my previous round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Buhd and Bladebeard, you realize that the undead who are preparing to fight these Blood Oaths are not like the full crew complement of the ship. There's only like 20 of them, let's say. And
Not many fighters.
Is this guy going to be fighting with us? And I kind of nudge the orc.
he takes a step sort of like, let's say behind you, but kind of like he positions himself so that you're between him and the Blood Oath ship, sort of insinuating that he will be at your backs.
Okay.
Well, since we'll be the blunt of this force, maybe it's a good opportunity to avoid as much killing as possible.
Yeah, I mean, Zulgargan loves prisoners, right? Surely the best outcome would be that we capture all these people without any bloodshed.
The orc looks at you, Lyri, and you, even though he's wearing a mask, you realize that pure malice is like emanating from him, and he conjures a fireball made of fell energy in his hand.
Bud doesn't think he likes that.
I look at his cannon hole. Yeah, you're probably not having a good day, are you? That's fine. It's fine. No need to take it out on us, though, sourpuss. And I pout.
Bud did put the hole in his chest.
Let's not mention that, Bud.
I mean, I'd be in a foul mood if I had that hole in my chest.
Benjamin.
An undead crewman, the like more typical variety, approaches you and says, "The priestess has decreed that you shall be the tip of the spear. Step forward."
Step forward where?
He like points in the direction of the enemy ship, and you will see that you are very rapidly approaching. Like you'll be there in like 20 to 30 seconds.
I'm not jumping off the ship. Are you crazy?
Be ready.
I'm ready, alright? I'm so ready.
All the undead draw their weapons.
But gonna bash them with Bud's fists, so it don't hurt so bad.
I take out my dagger, but I kind of have it positioned that I'm holding the hilt first.
Are any of you looking in the direction of like the Blood Oath ship?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
man.
am.
Yeah, you will see like actually those of you who are looking at the Blood Oaths, give me a careful check so I can see how much information I can give
I'm gonna
you.
get a 0 again. There's no point. Ooh, never mind.
Benjamin and Lyri, well, Benjamin especially because his stunt would apply, you would realize that the Blood Oaths are taken like completely by surprise. Benjamin, you would know because of your stunt giving you a higher roll. It's probably because they were struggling in the middle of the storm, and like basically for them, they were like in the middle of a storm. Then suddenly the storm eased up, and then a big scary ship is like going towards them at top speed, and they're very confused and panicked. That makes sense. You guys
Okay.
are quickly approaching. Do you do or say anything to prepare for what's to come, whatever that may be?
I shoot a panic glance at Benjamin.
In the meantime, I'll be reluctantly taking out my sword and looking back at Lyri.
I'll quickly shoot a glance up to like the upper decks to see if I can catch a little glance at Zulkolga.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll. You see her. She's still like holding the Archmage on the Archmage by the Archmage's arm, and she laughs out loud and yells out, "Forward, forward!" in a very enthusiastic tone.
I look back towards the ship and I take a deep breath because I'm not happy.
Makes sense. Ironbeard and Cherry also walk behind you, as do most of the undead. And like the undead sort of like start pushing you to move forward as the Blood Oath ship is very rapidly approaching.
I mean, I guess there's nothing else to do than throw ourselves onto the ship. It's gonna go fast.
Yeah. Basically, you'll like reach it in like 5 to 10 seconds. So I'm giving you guys like one last chance to do or say anything before. Yeah.
Bud's just kind of readying himself to jump on board and bonk people.
I kind of hide a bit behind Buhd because I don't know how bad the impact's gonna be.
I'll pull my scarf up so I'm a little less recognizable.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, if we're not gonna kill them, they're gonna remember us.
I mean, you're already wanted by the Horde, if you remember.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Doesn't want a bigger bounty. That means people are gonna follow him more.
I guess. Sure. I clicked on the wrong thing. Actually, while I set everything up, I'm going to be typing in the initiative order, so to say. Not that. So feel free to like talk or do something while I type in the initiative order, because there will be a lot
Skoll,
of NPCs.
she's got your
Yeah,
Yongo shoulder.
she killed the Yongle as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did she go to Pandaria already?
Did she save Skoll already?
Dang, she stole Skoll for me. Damn.
Did she have an eye patch too?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, it's Blood Elf ban.
That's foul. This
That
is
is
dirty
pretty foul.
business. You know what? I'm gonna put on my glasses too, maybe. Just so I don't get any water in my eyes.
I still have stuff to type, by the way, so this is not the complete list. I have the NPCs in front of me. I just
Ooh,
need to-
so Zulgog is actually gonna do some things. Cool.
not maybe. She gave you like the impression that she won't be participating in the fight, but I'm having her there just in case like things go awry, if that makes sense.
Oh, jeez, I didn't realize Benjamin Bladebeard was so fast now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta go fast.
I'm the same speed as Buhd. That's so weird.
me-
By the way, Lyri still has Bladebeard's gun, right? She still
Didn't I
didn't
give it
to
to
him.
Didn't I give it to Johnny?
Yeah, and then you took it back, I believe.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think I might have, yeah. If there's any gunpowder, then I mean, I don't really care. It's just a gun.
Okay. For now, this is the initiative. For now, at the very least. Things may change during events. For her turn, Zulgaga will continue to cackle madly, pretty much. Oh right, I put the undead orc there. Never mind. Okay. So at this point, the ship like rams into the Blood Oath ship. The Blood Oath ship clearly takes a lot of damage, and as you can kind of see, the front of this undead ship is kind of spiky. So yeah, it is Benjamin and Bladebeard's turn. You guys decide the initiative, which is kind of probably at your guys' disadvantage because I imagine you would prefer for everyone else, like the NPCs, to go first.
I will tap Bladebeard's back.
Yeah, I would also actually like to let NPCs go first. So
You may skip your turn.
Hey, yeah, you can skip turns.
yeah.
But
The
it-
undead might not be happy, but I'll be going forward on my turn.
Sure,
so-
but I guess I can also do something not violent.
Mhm.
Let's can I see two of those blood elf ladies?
The one on the right is a generic soldier, like most soldiers
Oh.
are just like this. The one on the left is what seems to be their leader, well, at least as far as you can tell so far.
What's with leaders having Pandaria gear in this campaign?
I mean, it's Mr. Pandaria.
Fair.
All right, let's try to find out one of their aspects. Let's go with the leader.
The Blood Oath leader?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll be careful, but let me look at the difficulty. Difficulty 2 to learn her high concept, 4 for her tertiary, 6 for her trouble.
Nothing.
She's a menacing Blood Oath,
Yeah, she's a mystery.
pretty much.
Ooh, I mean, it's her turn now anyway, so...
All right, that's my turn.
Benjamin, do you do anything? You can do like non-violent stuff.
Can I try to figure out how many people are on board?
The Blood Oath ship?
Yeah.
Give me a careful. This will not constitute your action. You're allowed to like do something else. This is tertiary information. Oh shit. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, and my stun
That's an
counts
8.
as an 8.
There are like 60 Blood Oaths as far as you can tell aboard. There may be more below deck. That's what you can tell so far.
With this roll, would I know how many are like combat personnel per se?
You would, yeah. I want to give you the information, but I'm thinking of how to like word it, and that's why I'm hesitating. You would realize that of those 60, like 20 are like dedicated fighters, and the rest of them are members of the crew, but they all are like combat capable. There isn't anyone on this ship who's like a civilian, if that makes sense.
So wait, they
ahead.
outnumber us? Do they outnumber the amount of crew above deck on our ship?
Yeah, but you caught them entirely by surprise and, well,
Okay.
quality over quantity.
Okay.
Above board, Benjamin, Thompshire, I should say, the Blood Elf soldiers are like one class, so to say. So there isn't a difference between typical sailors and warriors, if that makes sense. They will roll at the same time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like your action during the turn. This is just some tertiary information that I can give you.
Then I guess I'll go ahead and try to do the same thing that DoomGoblin did and try to figure out one of the aspects of the... No, actually I'll try to create an advantage simply.
Okay.
By, again, having seen like everyone on board, I'll try to, figure out the plan of, positioning and, well, the best way not to, get murdered on the boat.
It would be careful, your stunt would apply. Difficulty 4. Shit. Okay, you get the advantage and you also get 2 charges on it. What would you like your advantage to be called?
No idea.
Bird's eye view, because that's basically what you're implying.
Yeah, sure.
Signifying again that you have a very clear idea of where everything and everyone is, and you can move more as at will. Which could be useful in lots of ways. Okay, that was your turn. The Blood Elf leader will also create her own advantage. She attempts to rally her crew to fight against these presumably pirates. Lyri, you speak Thalassian. Does anyone else here speak Thalassian?
I may know a word or two.
Okay. Lyri, you would understand that she tries to give like an inspiring speech about how they're proud defenders of Silver Moon and they have a duty to the Regent Lord, etc., etc., but the vast majority of the crew are still too startled. Benjamin, you understand maybe 1 or 2 words, not like the complicated words, but you do get the idea that she tries to rally the troops and fails. Okay.
Makes sense.
Next, Buhd and/or Lyri.
I'm going to just throw myself onto the boat, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna shout at them and try to encourage them to, stand down, but in Thalassian, obviously.
Okay, that would be a flashy roll, obviously.
It's more for narrative reasons anyway, so...
It would be difficulty... What's the expression on your face when you say that?
I'm still really, really freaked and scared, so probably, like, insane. I'd probably come off nuts, like a psycho.
It will be difficulty 6 because you're the only one, like, cautioning peace when everyone... Well, most of the people...
Yeah, I mean, they just rammed the boat and it's full of scary, creepy undead.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So flashy
But
difficulty 6.
this is just for narrative reasons, so I don't mind that I'll fail.
No, they obviously like continue more or less readying themselves for battle. Also give me a... You said you jumped on the enemy boat, right? You are like... You're pretty much in between the 2 parties at this point, correct?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. Then they would all notice you, and you...
I mean, I did just shout at them, so...
You see visible confusion from among some of them. The Blood Elf leader continues to yell, defend yourselves, children of Silver Moon," and the crew continues to prepare for battle. That was your turn. Buhd, what do you do?
Buhd gets on the ship and he just goes to try and punch someone random.
Which would either be Lyri or a Blood Elf, okay. presumably not Lyri.
Not Lyri.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
you can roll like a D2, you know. Maybe add some spice.
Up to Buhd.
I don't think he's going to mistake Lyri,
But
but if we want.
I want to compel you, Buhd, actually.
Okay.
This is like a crew of very hostile elves, and I would like to compel your former warlord with amnesia. That like something triggers in you when you see like a group of angry elves preparing to fight you and being
Jesus.
hostile. You remember like another group of angry elves, although those elves were dark-skinned, not that it really matters, preparing to fight you and those who were closest to you. And like something triggers in you, and you consider these people to be like your number one enemy at the moment because of that little like flashback that's interfering with you. Would you accept this compel?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, here is your shiny little fate point. The terms of the compel would be, you consider all elves, including Lyri, to be hostile at the moment, and it will be very hard to dissuade you.
Okay.
Okay,
Jesus.
so whom do you attack? And how do you attack?
Because he doesn't have any weapons drawn right now, he just goes for fisting.
Wonderful.
I could have worded that better. He goes for punching. And for right now, he will punch the first thing that he sees. So I'm fine with that. Like rolling for that, like either rolling like a D2 for either hitting Lyri or
Roll me
someone else.
D3. One will be Lyri,
Okay.
2 or 3 will be Blood of Crewman. Okay, how do you attack Lyri? With a punch, so roll your forceful. Lyri, how do you defend yourself from Bud's punch?
I mean, he's a big guy, so I'll probably hit him and try and quickly duck or something, but probably not very well.
Roll me your quick. Okay, you successfully duck. Everyone will see for some reason Buhd attack Lyri.
What?
I was about to say that you're kind of blinded by rage, yeah.
I have a very scared expression on my face. I think that might push me over the edge.
I mean, for what
shaking
it's
pretty
worth, I guess this could help Lyri's case.
Sure, in the future, I will admit that the DC will be lower, and maybe the Blood Elves will consider you to be like on their side. So there's that. Good. For his turn, the undead orc he will like.
Oh, can I also say that Frignir, is he in the fight?
Oh right.
He has a quick of 2.
Right. Then Frignir will go after the undead orc. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
I still have no idea what he will do, but yeah, he's there.
No. Thank you for reminding me. On that note, Cherry and Ironbeard will remain on the ship. I also typed them in the initiative, but they will not like act unless the ship itself is invaded. Okay. Let me put their things on screen. But meanwhile, while I'm doing that, the undead orc will unleash a fire, like some fell magic at the Blood Elves. And he gets an advantage. Scary fell fireballs. To keep it simple. Okay. It is Frignir's turn while I look up some stats.
All right. Oh man, what will this guy do? He'll do nothing. He'll skip his turn.
Okay. If you'd like.
Because Bladebeard didn't tell him to do anything.
Then we could have told him to calculate some advantages or something.
Sure. He'll
He can do that, but
he'll
yeah.
focus on the crew, on the Blood Elf crew.
Okay.
Try to figure out their aspects.
Okay. For the Blood of Crew, difficulty 2, careful roll for Frignir.
Oh yeah, his careful is
4. Can you roll
4.
for him?
Oh. Yeah. One.
Frignir is distracted for some reason.
Alright,
Okay.
that's him.
The undead crew will, I guess, charge ahead. 2. And they get an advantage. Surprise attack. Okay. The Blood Elf crew will try to attack Buhd, seeing this massive beast that they deem as the biggest threat. How does Buhd defend himself?
What are they attacking with?
Swords, spells, all sorts of things.
Right, Bud will draw out his sword to start parrying
Roll
the
me,
other swords.
roll me your forceful, please, or your quick, up to you. Okay. They get an advantage. Monster on the ropes, because they see you as a big scary monster. Okay.
Not inaccurate at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
The friendly Bud is not here right now.
Zolgaga continues to cackle. Benjamin and Bladebeard, it is the two of your turns.
What was the undead crew doing?
Charging ahead. Well, there are some that remain behind so that you lot will also go on.
Can I try to sneakily trip one of them so he would fall into sea?
You very well can. Roll me a sneaky, please. You get an advantage. What would you like your advantage to be called?
Oh man.
Lots of freeze if you look.
Yeah. Advantage. I don't know. One of them falls, but he falls on the ship, and I don't know.
Maybe something about how like their formation is in disorder, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Go like dominoes or something, I don't know.
Or that, sure. It is up to DoomGoblin.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. Disorder in the ranks. How's that?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Beard. There you go. Because it's not your action wasn't a failure. They don't like realize that it was necessarily you. Benjamin, it is your turn. As you see, like some of the undead like stumble over themselves, Buhd going mad and attacking them, the blood elves, etc.
I'll go ahead and jump down on the Blood Elf ship, and I'll try to go ahead and attack the Blood Elf. That's not Lyri. That's the closest to me.
Roll me your quick or forceful then, please. Your stunt applies only for defending, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Please, okay. You get an advantage. What would you like your advantage to be called? I guess it's in your guys' interest that you're not killing the blood elves, I guess.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm blank today, sorry.
Fearsome attack, maybe?
Maybe surprising attack since this was like a jump down.
Well, I didn't say surprising because there's already a surprise attack thing here.
Oh, yeah, okay, then it's fine.
Okay. Okay. The Blood Oath leader was about to attack Buhd, but he vanished. Well, narratively she would still attack Buhd, but I will roll in Skoll his forceful because his forceful is his highest stat. Let me check on her Blood Oath leaders. Yeah.
I thought you meant he vanished like in character, he just disappeared.
And Buhd defends with absolute monstrous strength and power. So I'm going to give Skoll the advantage, monstrous strength. Cherry on her turn will yell out to Bladebeard pretty much, "Move on, you bastard! Come on!"
Alright.
Okay, and then she will continue to skip her turn. Lyri, what do you do?
Bud is busy, well, he was busy parrying attacks, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So while he's distracted, I'm going to stealthily come up from behind and backstab him with my little dagger.
Okay, I think Buhd can only defend with his careful at this point. Can you guys like justify it on Skoll's behalf why he would defend with something that he has a better stat in? Just to give him.
Because his skin is very hard.
Yeah, sure, that genuinely could be true.
I think he should defend with sneaky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's give him a level
He'll
10
try to lie.
consequence.
Yeah.
You're evil for suggesting that.
So Lyri, I will allow a sneaky attack, and I guess I'll roll on Bud's behalf his forceful. And you deal 1 damage to Buhd. Hey, Skoll.
Fuck's sake.
Skoll. Thank you
I
for.
saved you. Thank me.
You're a jerk, Skoll. You would have rolled a really bad stat, but Thompshire managed to convince everybody to roll forceful.
Basically, what happened right after you went AFK, the Blood Oath leader attacked you because you were the biggest threat. You defended with absolute style. You're an absolute monster, and you got the advantage, monstrous strength, because of that. Cherry yelled at Bladebeard to hurry up, and then Lyri decided to backstab you. I defended on your behalf with your forceful, but since you just came back, if you'd like, you can roll for your own sake. Since
Yeah, with one of the worst stats. Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you take 3 damage, Skoll?
Jesus.
Would that be a 1 stress and 2 consequence then?
Or it can be
Can
a
do
free
that.
stress. Or it can be a free stress. It is up to you.
Sure. We'll go with a 3 stress.
Okay. Very well. It is also your turn, Buhd.
Lyri makes a really loud growling noise because she's very, very angry.
Buhd will go to reach with his free hand and go to grab Lyri and try to slam her forward. On like in front of him, basically, against the deck of the ship.
How does Lyri defend herself?
Since he's grabbing his back and, it's not in front of him, I'm going to say that Lyri probably has enough time to try and quickly maneuver down or to the side or whatever.
I think that's fair. But can you roll your forceful and Lyri your quick? Oof.
Jeez, that's...
Lyri manages to get away, but almost critically fails, fortunately. The undead orc will unleash another bolt of fell magic. Oh, Jesus. And he will kill one of the Blood Oaths, the first casualty of the fight.
God.
Ironbeard will skip his turn. What does Frignir do, Bladebeard? If anything.
Oh, Frignir. He'll, I don't know. Again, the aspect thing, but for the Blood Elf Captain.
Okay. Let me... Yeah, roll Frignir's Careful. Be difficulty 2 to learn High Concept, 4 to learn Tertiary, 6 to learn Trouble.
5.
Okay. Almost hit something. Okay, you get the Blood Elf Captain's tertiary aspect. Blood Elf
Right.
Captain. She has fought for her homeland all over the world. You see trophies from all across Azeroth decorating her armor. Well, Frignir sees that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And you and Frignir get a free invoke on it, and you can pass it on to someone else if need be. Okay. The undead crew will attack the Blood Elves. And the Blood Elves defend with style. I'll say resolute defense. Wrong thing. Okay, and they will try to fight back against the undead, since the big monster is distracted. And the undead gain an advantage this time. They will get another charge on surprise attack. Okay. Now, top of the round, all of you will... I just realized that I was not showing the dice rolls on the recording thing for like the past 5 minutes. Sorry about that. Here are the dice rolls. Okay. Top of the round, all of you will see like reinforcements from below deck join the Blood Elves. Lyri, can you give me a careful check? Are you looking in that direction? Or are you more focused on Buhd?
What direction's Buhd facing?
Since he like turned backwards to like attack you after you backstabbed him, Buhd would be facing the undead ship.
And I dodged to stay behind his back. So that means I'm facing... I might see it out the corner of my eye, but I probably won't see much. Because I think Bud's like directly in front of me.
Okay, then I won't reveal that information to you. Okay. Just need... above board there is another Blood Elf leader. That's why I asked Lyri to roll. So there will be 2 Blood Elf leaders that will roll. Okay. Zolgaga on her turn will continue cackling. Benjamin and Bladebeard, what do you two do?
Alright. I will jump onto the ship, the Blood Elf one. And can I like use the chaos that's happening to like sneak around?
Of course. Would you like
Yeah,
to...
like, and I'm short, and people are fighting.
Yeah, of course you can.
I know the people there are much taller than you, so
Well,
they're not going to be looking down.
it's a very chaotic scene. Of course you can. Are you using it to create an advantage?
No, I would like to get to the like first room that I can find, if there's any.
Do you know how like Blood Oath ships look in game?
Yeah.
Basically, it's a very flat deck, and all the rooms are below. Thing is, the like only path to access the below deck is currently occupied by lots of Blood Oath reinforcements, so you won't be able to sneak through there unless you have had an invisibility spell or something. They're not that blind.
Yeah, makes sense. Any like windows on the sides of the ship, right? No.
It's a The windows are just there aren't windows. Yeah, there aren't windows basically.
No, like for cannons and stuff. No.
They only have
They don't.
ballistas,
They don't
right?
have. They don't have cannons.
Yeah, yeah.
As I mentioned.
All right, then I'll just be hidden in the chaos.
Would you like to?
I'll create an advantage.
It will be difficulty 2. Roll your sneaky, please. Okay, what would you like your advantage to be called?
Hidden in the chaos.
Sure. Very good. Benjamin?
I'll look over at the scene with Buhd and Lyri for a moment, but then I'll assume that I'll be attacked. So I move in myself to again try to attack the blood elf I'm engaged with, and I don't think I mentioned it before, but I'll be being very fancy and holding my sword by the blade to Isn't that the thing? Half swording or whatever it's called.
I'm pretty sure.
I've genuinely never heard of that, but I believe you.
I'm pretty sure it's a thing.
I mean,
so
I
I'll
believe
just-
you. I believe you. I just find it very odd.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, I'll try to keep hitting the blood elf, I guess.
So are you trying to be like flashy, or are you?
No, I'm just doing that not to kill him.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you're making a non-lethal attack. Makes sense. Then roll me. I guess you're quick. Okay. You hit this guy non-lethally, and you take him down pretty much. Okay. Next, the blood elf with the bow will shoot at Buhd. How does Buhd defend himself? After I look up their stats.
Buhd will try to use his cannon as a smacking point against the bow, or arrow rather.
Please roll your forceful. You successfully defend yourself. The other blood elf will shoot a fireball at you, Buhd.
Buhd goes for another swing with his cannon.
Forceful as well.
Oof.
4 damage.
I would like to use one of my faint points.
Of course. What are you invoking?
I am invoking former warlord.
Of course. So 2 damage at this point.
Okay, that works.
Would you like your level 2 stress?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Very well, that is what we will do. Okay. Cherry will skip her turn. Buhd and Lyri, it is the 2 of your turns. Buhd, you were just hit by a fireball. Lyri, you notice that.
I think because I didn't just get hit by a fireball, I'm gonna try and scurry towards the group of blood elves, and I'm gonna yell in Thalassian, "Help! Help!" I'm gonna try and hide behind them.
Would you like to create an advantage with flashy, or are you doing that just in terms of narrative?
Narratively.
Okay, and in terms of game mechanics?
What am I gonna roll?
Yeah, like what are you doing within your turn exactly?
I mean, I'm gonna try and just push through all the people because and
Sure.
get behind them.
Oh, sure.
Like I don't think they're gonna take a liking to me, but I just want to get behind them to get away from Buhd.
Okay. Well, first off, roll me your flashy. Difficulty 2 to see if the blood elves treat you as... Okay, the blood elves will not treat you as hostile. This is not like your action during the turn, so you are able to push through them. They realize that you don't seem like a combatant, but you do see quite a few confused looks, and you hear some voices yell out, "Join the battle, friend! What are you doing?" In Thalassian, obviously. What are you doing within your turn exactly? Like what are you doing within your turn?
I'm gonna try and scurry towards the people because I just want to get behind them. To get away from Buhd.
Okay. Very well. That is what we will do. Okay. Cherry will skip her turn. Buhd, you were just hit by a fireball. Lyri, you notice that.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna yell back. This force is too strong for you to deal with. Just try and survive.
Okay. But again, this is what you do in terms of narrative. In terms of game mechanics, would you like to attack someone, create an advantage, learn an aspect?
In terms of narrative, I want to try and hide behind the group, so that'll be
A sneaky.
a sneaky to try and get into stealth.
You have an advantage about going into stealth. Am I wrong?
Yep.
Then you
Plus
don't.
2.
Thing is, you don't even need to roll because even if you critically failed, you would reach the minimum. So
Okay.
what
There's no
would you-
point.
Yeah. What would you like your advantage to be called?
Well, Bladebeard really did Hidden the Chaos, so I will do Hidden Behind the Ranks.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Very well. The undead orc will unleash a fireball at the.
Wait, Bud didn't have a go, did he?
Oh right.
Bud.
Go ahead.
Bud's gonna go charge at the elf that was firing arrows at him.
Oh, she's like behind a wall of other blood elves.
Jesus, he's gonna try and push through all of them.
I guess Bud's gonna fire a cannon at them then.
Okay, sure. Are you aiming at the blood elf who shot you or at the crewman?
It was supposed to be a mix of both, but if he can only get one, probably then the crewman.
I think narratively you can get both, but I'm trying to like think how that would translate in terms of game mechanics, because making an attack against both would be
How much is his cannon gonna do anyway? Because you said it was gonna be a bit worse because of the rain.
a bit, but not a whole worse.
So like a +8 or something?
I think, but I'll basically allow you to make 2 attacks, one against the the crew, and one against the blood of archer. But the one against the blood of archer will be weaker because the cannonball has traveled through some people. So first roll against the crew, roll me your force roll, and I'll give you a +6 bonus. Okay.
Alright. And I would like to do a fate point, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
To do what? And what are you invoking?
Reroll and heavy weapons expert.
Oh, I just realized I did not update your macro. Okay, so that's actually a 3, not a 2. Okay.
Okay.
Would you still like to reroll?
Yes.
Okay. Then please reroll. So that's a 5 plus 6. That's an 11. So a 12-point difference. You kill 4 blood elves. Okay.
Alrighty.
Against the blood elf captain, roll your force once again. You will get just a +2 because the cannon has lost momentum. So that's a 5, and I will roll her quick to dodge. So 5, she will take 2 damage. Okay,
Alrighty.
makes sense to me. Okay. The undead orc will unleash a fireball at the elf wizard who attacked Bud, who will try to dodge. And the elf wizard dodges successfully. Quick wizard. Okay. Ironbeard will pass his turn. What does Frignir do?
Oh yeah, him. He will. Oh man, how could he be helpful? I don't even know what I'm doing. He will.
Viewers, I turned off the screen just a little bit while I fix everyone's macros. I'll let you know if something happens.
All right. Frignir will keep his turn.
Okay, duly noted. So then, let me change the thingy. The undead crew will attack the Blood Elves. The Blood Elves gain an advantage, another charge on resolute defense. The Blood Elves will attack the undead. And they will fail. Okay. Zulgaga continues cackling and will skip her turn. What do Benjamin and Bladebeard do? And while you guys decide, I will continue like checking the macros to see if there's anything to adjust.
Benjamin?
I guess I'll go try to attack the Blood Elf that's closest to me, but also towards Bud's side, so I can have an understanding of what's going on over there. And again, I'll use the same method of attack.
Okay. I have updated everyone's macros. Okay. Then I roll the Blood Elf. Wrong thing, sorry. Okay, you take another Blood Elf out, presumably non-lethally, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you take the Blood Elf out and you see Bud like roaring madly and like in a blood rage that you can't really discern why, basically.
He's bloodthirsty.
He casts Bloodlust on himself even though he's not a shaman.
Buhdlust.
Buhdlust.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's Buhdlusted.
In terms of narrative, do you do or say anything?
Me?
Benjamin.
Not yet.
Okay. Bladebeard.
Can I somehow sneak around behind one of the main Blood Elves? Or is there still a wall of...
Not only that, I think you, because of your earlier role, you are able to do that. You are already sneaking, basically.
Alright.
You are in stealth, so to say.
Yeah. Alright, I'll... Sure. Which one? Let's say the archer. I'll backstab the archer.
Okay. Roll me your sneaky, and I will roll the archer's careful.
Oh.
A tie means you get an advantage.
I'll use my advantage. I'll use Hidden in Chaos.
Okay. Very well. Then the archer, since they've already taken their level 2 stress, they will take their level 3 stress. Yeah, you backstab them, the archer yelps in pain, and both the archer and the mage turn their attention towards you.
Right? I just smile at them.
Okay.
Hello.
They will both attack you since it's their turns. First, the archer will pull out a short sword and slash you. How do you defend yourself?
I'll try to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Roll me your quick, please. You have to take 1 damage. How do you do that?
I take level 1 stress.
Very well, and the Blood Elf Wizard will... Okay. Yeah, they will attack you with a small fireball. How do you defend yourself?
Also, jumping away.
Roll me your quick. You successfully do so. Yep. Cherry will again skip their turn. Bud and Lyri, what do you do?
Now that I'm in stealth, I will poke out and I will shoot a frostbolt at Bud.
That would be forceful the way you're wording it, or well, since you're in stealth, are you trying to be sneaky?
I'm trying to be sneaky about it, but I mean, again, there's not really much I can do.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess I could kind of try and move to a different point of the ship, but it's really flat.
Yeah,
I guess I could move to the other flank of the
Yeah,
ranks, but
well, the thing is, the way I'm sort of like envisioning it is that in Buhd is kind of like a raid boss, like this big monster, and the Blood Elves are like the players constantly throwing projectiles at him. So if you were like to throw a projectile at Buhd from like the same direction as the Blood Elf crew, it wouldn't be sneaky because it would be meld with like the other projectiles. You would have to like shift around a little bit to attack Buhd from the side to be a sneaky attack. Make sense?
yeah, I'll try to move to the flank nearest to the right side of the boat. I guess I don't really know.
Okay. Then you, I will allow a sneaky attack. But how do you defend against that?
But I kind of lose my stealth now because I'm not really. So,
I'd say Buhd is, you know, he's not exactly expecting things, but like, you know, he's thrashing around at everything. He's like
pure
a
muscle right now.
Yeah.
he's like a pure animal, just thrashing at everything. So he's probably just throwing his cannon around, almost like in a whirlwind, basically.
Then
So forceful.
yeah, but Lyri, I will say if you succeed with enough of a difference, I will say that you continue to remain in stealth. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, it is a pretty obvious thing, so I'm fine with it.
Roll me. Okay, and
So
Buhd,
that'll be 7 with my stunts.
correct. So Buhd, how do you take 3 damage at this point?
I will use a fate point.
Remember that
So-
you also have monstrous strength.
Yeah. But if I use a fate point, I'll get it'll only be an advantage for Zelris.
No, it will still be 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, my stunt does +2 when I'm in stealth.
Yeah, so Lyri has a 7 at the moment. You have a 4. It's a 3-point difference. Make sense?
Okay. Then 1 damage.
What are you invoking with your fate point?
Former warlord.
Okay, so you would take 1 damage. Are you taking your level 1 stress?
Yes.
Okay, very well. Lyri, before your turn is over, can you do me a careful check? Okay, Buhd, what do you do on your turn?
Is Lyri out of stealth or in stealth stuff?
Probably out of stealth. It was only 1 point different in the end.
Yeah, but you do see that she's a bit far away from you.
Buhd will pick up if there's any like crates or supplies nearby, like barrels
yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah.
Just throw your cannon.
I'm not gonna throw my cannon. He will throw a barrel or a crate at Lyri from afar.
Roll me your forceful. Lyri, how do you defend yourself?
Probably as I've been doing this entire fight, just like rolling out of the way or just quickly trying to just get out of there. It's a pretty open environment. I can't do anything crafty.
Roll me your quick, please, and Buhd forceful.
Oh no.
How do you take 3 damage, Lyri?
I'll take my level 3 stress.
Very well. Okay. The undead orc will unleash a fell fireball at the crew as he sees that the Blood Elf wizard is preoccupied. And kill one of the Blood Elves. Okay. Ironbeard will skip his turn. What does Frignir do?
He'll let's say he also jumps into the battle, and he'll I don't know, just
FYI, this might change your decision.
alright.
All of you, like, Benjamin and Lyri weren't tied up to begin with, but Bladebeard and Buhd, you were. But you were untied for the dinner. Frignir is he still has his hands tied.
Jesus. Poor guy.
Um. He.
I will say that the undead, like the undead crewmen, unlike you guys, they're not forcing Frignir to jump into the fray. They were forcing you guys, but not Frignir.
He could do some sneaking around the Galga ship, maybe.
Maybe, although there are still undead aboard, but sure.
Yeah. Let me see. Where is Ironbeard and Cherry? Where are they?
At the back, sort of like ensuring that you guys don't like try to desert or something like that. So they're at the back. They have like a clear view of also Frignir, but also the undead, the blood oaths, etc. But they are not participating in the battle yet.
All right, then he'll try to can, I guess, the undead crew
He will
and
attack
try
them?
to, their aspects.
Oh, he will scan for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, because I don't have their thing pulled out yet. Okay. Yeah, you can give me Frignir's careful to discover the undead crew's advantage.
Wait, I didn't type that right.
Mm-hmm.
4.
The undead crew have a very simple aspect, Cursed Buccaneer. And I'll type that on screen.
And that's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Give me a moment while I type this. Okay. I'll put it like here to save on space. Sure. The undead crew will continue fighting the blood oaths, killing 2 of them. The blood oaths are taking quite a bit of damage, but for the first time they managed to kill 1 singular undead. Congrats. Okay. Zolgaga continues to cackle. Benjamin and Bladebeard, it is your turn.
Between pants, I'll say, Bud, what the heck are you doing?
Bud just kind of makes a animalist noise at Benjamin.
I'll look towards Lyri.
Lyri's a bit far away from you, so maybe she
Oh,
doesn't.
I mean, I just got hit by a box, so
Yeah.
he probably can see me, but I'm not going to look back.
Mhm.
Can
You're cutting out. You're cutting out.
figure out what's going on by context?
When you're watching the entire
Would
thing
I be
happen,
able to figure out what's going on by context?
You are definitely able
I
to
mean, I
tell.
was kind of far away. I don't know. Not sure.
You're able to tell that Bud is fighting the Blood Oaths, and he seems to be in a manic rage, and he's only focused out on the Blood Oaths at the moment. Above board Skoll, the compel doesn't apply to Benjamin, okay? Only if Benjamin attacks you, if that makes sense. Or if you want to attack him, up to you.
Or if I use my fancy orb, I guess.
If he uses the orb, that's a guarantee, but...
Yeah. So,
turn Bud into a blood elf, and then he'll just start hitting himself.
If that were possible, that would be an interesting idea.
So that's what you're able to tell Benjamin. You're not sure why Bud is attacking the Blood Oaths, just that he seems to be in a blind rage.
So
I would say you don't detect like anything magical that's making him do that.
Is Lyri far away enough so that Bud's attention would be turned to the crew?
Yes, unless Bud does something with like a ranged weapon. Yes.
Okay, then I guess I'll keep attacking the crew while I'm keeping an eye on Bud.
Roll me your quick then, please. Okay. Non-lethally, you mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay, you take down 2 of them at once somehow. Okay, Bladebeard.
Yeah, I'll just keep attacking the Banarak cosplayer.
Okay. Roll me.
I'll attack, like, slashing them with my daggers. Right.
Then forceful, I guess, or quick.
Or quick. I usually do quick.
Sure. And they will try to dodge you. Okay. They gain an advantage. Did I have a thing? Go ahead.
Did I have... even if I have something. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I don't have a thing for the Blood of Archer yet. Okay. Quick on their feet. Okay. And for their turn, they will try to slash you, Bladebeard. How do you defend yourself?
By dodging. By jumping out of the way.
Go ahead, please. Roll me your quick. They gain an advantage, but they will use quick on their feet to deal 2 damage to you.
2 damage? Yeah, sure. I'll take... Oh, I already have a... No, I have a level 1 threat. I'll take a level 2 threat. Right.
Very well. The Blood of Archer yells out in Fallacian. Well, Lyri would understand this, and maybe Benjamin. Foul pirate, you will never leave this ship alive. Bladebeard, I don't think you understand that.
Nope.
Okay. And
He'll yell, Salama Sharanore.
And the Blood of Wizard will... I've rolled... take the first roll, the free. I rolled twice by accident. Yeah, he'll throw a fireball at you. Yelling out also in Fallacian. Burn, you damned pirate. Well, actually, no, he'll say that in common, not in Fallacian. Yeah.
Alright, I'll try not to burn by dodging.
You have to
And I
take
fail.
one damage.
Yeah, I'll use... actually, can I? I don't... I'll take... How much damage do I need to take?
One.
1? Level 3 stress.
Okay. Then you have taken level 3 stress. Very well. Cherry will once again skip their turn. Bud and Lyri. Lyri, can you roll me your careful, please?
Careful?
Okay. Bud and Lyri, what do you two do?
Is Bud gonna want to go first this time?
He's gonna go for the mage or whatever, the sorcerer.
Okay. I would say there are like blood oaths between the two of you, but you are able to like directly attack him either with a ranged weapon or like barreling your way through. It is up to you.
Yeah, Bud's gonna barrel his way through this time.
Okay.
And he's gonna use his sword to stab the sorcerer. But after he's gonna like do like a roar and then stab the guy.
Roll me your forceful, please. And you getting an advantage. What would you like your advantage to be called? Reminder that you also have monstrous strength if you'd like to invoke that.
Yeah, I'll invoke the monster strength.
To deal 2 damage?
Yes.
Okay, let me mark it on the thing. Lyri, you see Buhd charging towards the Blood of Sorcerer and like slashing him with their sword. Can you roll me another careful, please? Okay, it is your turn.
I'm going to follow Buhd. I'm going to quickly run up from behind and try and slash his ankles or his legs or something because he's running around really fast.
Quick, I guess, unless you can justify something else.
I'm fine going quick.
But how do you defend yourself?
I'm guessing this is like a sneak attack or something.
No, not really. You are able to notice it.
Okay, then
I mean, you are surrounded though, so
Buhd will go to like roll to the side or something. Like
How many blood elves will you kill by rolling?
yeah, you're in the middle of a crowd. What do you? It's dangerous.
I wouldn't say he'd kill anyone, but you are able to roll to the side, but with a quick, if you'd like.
All right.
You would have to take 1 damage, though.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a consequence. Are you sure you're gonna let that Buhd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Lyri, what is the level 2 consequence you inflict on Buhd called?
Slashed tendons.
Um,
Or just like you get the idea. Like I've stabbed his little leggy bits.
yeah. I'm hesitant about slash tendons because a level 2 consequence is something that only something small, basically.
Yes, just level that down a bit. You get the idea.
Slashed,
Like
slashed legs, I guess.
slashed legs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And as Buhd like rolls around, you, well, for the first time, take a good look at the Blood of Mage, and I think you probably already guessed since I've been making you roll lots of carefuls.
Yes.
You recognize the guy.
A little bit.
He looks at you because he rolled a pretty generous careful on his own, and stares at you in shock and simply says, Lyri?
I kind of pause for a bit because I'm freaking out and I've seen a familiar face. But I don't say anything else. I'll let him continue if he wants to.
Well, the initiative is on you and Buhd, so I guess you are able to act. And Buhd, in terms of narrative.
This is totally unrelated, but that helmet reminds me of Warhammer elves.
Blame Zelris. Blame Zelris. She picked it.
I was actually going to pick that for my character and turn it black, but I decided against it when we first started bringing my character in. So just Thompshire, it's one of my faves. After a bit, I kind of snap back to reality, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I can do.
Yeah, this is just like
But
if you
I
want
recognize his presence.
This is again just in terms of like narrative, not like in terms of game mechanics. Okay. The undead orc will take advantage of disguise shock to hurl a fell fireball at him. And it hits the guy and he takes 2 damage, aka his level 3 stress, because he's already taken his level 2. He recoils in pain from being hit by a fell fireball. Ironbeard will skip his turn. What does Frignir do?
He'll continue discovering aspects, but this time he'll turn around and look at the lady herself, Lugolga.
Okay, I will mention remember that you are under attack by this Blood Oath Archer. You were also under attack by this Blood Oath Mage, but now he has come face to face with Lyri, and the two of them are staring at each other in shock.
Oh, well, I guess I'll deal with that on my turn.
But Frignir, you want to scan Zolgaga. Roll me his careful, please.
She has 2 more, right?
Her high concept and the tertiary, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's careful. Not mine. 4. Is that enough for something?
Yeah, it's enough for her high concept. Which is a bit of a wordy one. Let me type it in. She is a traitorous Gorobashi Darkcaster turned pirate.
Makes sense. Alright. Just one more. And we'll have her whole character sheet.
Pretty much at this point. Yeah. That was Frignir's turn, learning more about Zolgaga. What next is the undead crew, who the Blood Oaths gain another resolute defense, and the Blood Oaths fail miserably. Okay, Zolgaga will continue cackling. Benjamin and Bladebeard, what do the two of you do?
Since Buhd changed positions, I guess I'll still try to keep an eye on him. But instead of just running towards him, I'll just keep knocking out Blood Elves in his direction.
Sure. Roll me your quick then, please. Okay. And you get an advantage. Unless you want to spend one of your advantages, up to you.
I guess I'll get another charge of fearsome attack. That's okay.
Makes sense to me. Bladebeard, it is your turn. You saw this scene with Buhd and the wizard and Lyri, but you're still under attack from the Blood Oath Archer.
Yeah, I guess I'll continue fighting her. And I'll try to quickly stab her.
Okay, give me a quick, please.
2.
Okay, you fail. On that note, she will attempt to slash at you.
Right, I'll try to dodge.
She gets an advantage. Okay. Quick slashes. Okay. On the Blood Oath Wizard's turn, what will he do? I think he will pretty much skip his turn because he's in shock at the moment. Buhd and Lyri, what do the two of you do?
I look at my good friend, Cynthia, the mage. And I mutter, "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here?
I'm just being captured by an insane, crazy troll.
I'm not in Aaran anymore. I'm mission. You see that he's clearly at a loss for words.
We can catch up for all the years later. Just take out this brute and just try and surrender. This troll in charge doesn't take any prisoners. I mean, she does, but you know what I mean. And I sigh.
Okay. On his next turn, he will attack Bud. He gives you a nod and like takes a deep breath.
Can I do anything?
Of course.
Also,
Of course.
I will try to stab Bud again very quickly though.
Give me a quick attack, Bud. How do you defend yourself?
What
Probably
is
won't have to.
what is the way she's attacking?
Just quickly jabbing with a knife.
All right, Bud will parry with his sword.
Quick or forceful, Bud. Up to you.
Probably doesn't matter anyway. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Bud successfully defends himself. It is your turn, Bud.
Bud is very much focused on the sorcerer because it reminds him of the Teeironor sorcerers, and will go to slam his sword into the sorcerer's hip or belt area.
Sure. Roll me your forceful, please. And you deal 2 damage to him. At this point, he has to take his level 2 consequence. Okay. What would you like the consequence to be called?
Gutted by an ogre.
Sure. Okay. Duly noted. The undead orc will try to also press the advantage and attack the sorcerer. And he deals 4 damage, the sorcerer's level 4 consequence. What would the consequence be? Singed by fell fire. Lyri, you see Sanfeo is on the ropes, very much so. If he takes 2 more hits, he's out.
okay.
Aaran Beard will skip their turn. Frignir, what will Frignir do?
Yeah, let's continue finding out things about Zugalga. One more, right?
Sure, roll me your careful. His careful.
Let's say that's what Bladebeard told him to do, like, come up with a plan.
Sure.
And he's scanning things around him. 5.
That is not enough.
That's not enough?
Difficulty 6 for her last
Oh.
thing.
Let me see his aspects. Maybe I can invoke something. He is...
Again, if you don't want the other players to know, you can just tell me aspect number 1, number 2, or number 3, okay?
Yeah, sure.
If you don't want them to know.
Yeah. Let me see. Not really anything that is helpful. Would the third one be helpful? Not really.
No.
Alright, never mind then.
Okay. The undead will continue fighting the Blood Oaths. And they kill one of the Blood Oaths. And the Blood Oaths don't manage to do much. Top of the round. Bladebeard, can you roll me a careful check?
4.
Let me think if that'll be enough. Yeah, I think it'll be enough. You start to notice a very faint glow coming from your bag. Green glow.
Alright.
Okay. Next it's Benjamin Bladebeard's turn since Zugalga skips hers.
I'm sorry, Blood Elf Lady. Give me a moment. I need to take this.
She yells out something in Fallacian. Lyri, you understand, maybe Benjamin would understand. Defend yourself, Kerr.
I'll move away from her. Like,
Okay.
back away.
Sure.
And grab the artifact in my bag. that's glowing?
Yep, it is the communication device. It is glowing a bright green, although not the usual bright green that you're used to.
Oh,
As in, it's more subtle. It's more subtle, that's why.
alright, I just put my hand in my bag and I touch it.
You touch it and nothing happens.
Alright.
Or nothing that you can detect, I should say.
Is that my turn or?
No, it's not.
Oh. Alright, I can, I'll go back to the, one-eyed blood elf and... Sorry. Let's continue, our fight thing. And, I'll,
This is like
try
an
to...
this is like an Elder Scrolls Oblivion conversation when if you talk to someone, the entire world freezes around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll, try to stab her.
Mm-hmm. Roll me your quick then.
4.
Mm-hmm. And you gain an advantage. Unless you'd like to spend a fate point or something.
Wait, where's her, how damaged is she?
She's not, she hasn't taken any consequences. She has taken her level 2 stress and her level 3 stress.
Sure. No. Yeah, I'll create an advantage.
Okay, what would you like your advantage to be called?
Oh man. Any ideas?
Quick dwarf, I don't know, something simple.
Oh, yeah, sure. Quick war.
And because of the wording, it would also apply to other situations.
Yeah.
Okay, there's your little advantage. Okay, Benjamin, it's your turn. The Blood Elves' ranks are thinning at this point. Quite a few of them have either died or been knocked out, and only like one undead has fallen.
Well, we're making a big progress, I guess.
I mean, depending on what side you are.
Yeah, I guess. So I guess there's not a lot of people between me and God, right?
There are still some. You've taken out like, well, the collective, you have taken out like a sixth of the Blood Elves.
Oh, so it's not that much, I guess.
It's still noticeable.
Didn't
Yeah.
Buhd just charge through though? So surely there will be a little bit of a gap.
Oh yeah. Sure. But they're not out of the fight, if that makes sense.
Then I guess I'll keep moving, fighting through them.
Roll me forceful or quick then, please. Okay, you take another one out. Okay. Sanfael will throw a fireball at Buhd. How does Buhd defend himself?
Buhd will move to slam his cannon again against the said fireball.
Roll me your forceful, please. A tie means they gain an advantage, but I'm going to use slashed legs so that you're a bit distracted by the pain to deal 2 damage to you.
If I use a fate point, will that
That will tie it.
that'll tie it again? Oh, then I'll do that.
What are you invoking?
I am invoking heavy weapons expert. There we go.
Sure. Makes sense. Yeah, they will get another charge on Quick Wizard. Okay, the Blood Oath Archer will slash at you, Bladebeard. Well, no, actually... Oh yeah, I was thinking since you stepped away she could shoot at you, but you step back in so she'll slash at you. How do you defend yourself, Bladebeard?
By dodging her attack
Roll me your
as
quick, please.
quickly as I can,
Roll me your quick, please.
which is 6.
Okay, but at this point she'll use quick slashes to deal 2 damage to you.
And I'll use Quick Dwarf to be even quicker than her.
Very well, then she'll recharge quick slashes. Okay?
Alright.
Very well. Cherry will skip her turn. Bud and Lyri.
Okay. I will just try and throw myself in front of Cynthia and just try and take any hits because I'm not happy and I'm very upset. And
Sure. Bud, you see this puny elf stand in between you and the mage you hate so much. What do you do?
Bud's gonna try and move past Lyri, like shove her away and try to stab him.
I guess we roll between the two of you opposed forcefuls to see if Bud manages to push past you.
well, what if I just don't try and like use force? Like
Okay, what are you doing instead?
I try and just back away and reposition myself so like I'm always keeping distance between those two. I
Oh.
kind of like sidestepping around.
The thing is, Bud's not after you. Bud's only just trying to like move past you so he can get to Senfeo.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to like make him back up while I'm moving back too.
How does Bud react?
Or we just carry on walking.
I guess he's gonna try and pick her up and throw her then.
Okay, then I guess you would make a forceful attack against Lyri? Would that be your turn, or would you like to do... I just hit my mic. Or would you like to do something else?
No, he'll do that then.
Okay, roll me your forceful, please. Lyri, how do you defend yourself?
Well, I mean, I quickly try and like I guess lunge backwards to dodge it.
Mm-hmm. Roll me your quick, please. You dodge with absolute grace and style, and you gain an advantage. What would you like it to be called?
I'm going to call it. Tactical retreat.
Sure. That was Bud's turn. Lyri, you still have your turn.
Okay, I'm going to now just. Yeah, I'm just going to try and quickly shoot a little like frostbolt back at Bud.
I guess that's a quick attack. Bud, how do you defend yourself?
I mean, he's not there,
Bud will
actually.
move. Bud will move to slash his sword at it.
Okay, roll me your forceful, Bud. You managed to do so. Okay,
Can I use my my advantage?
of course.
Awesome.
Because the tactical retreat was just a ruse for your real attack, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with 1 damage, Bud?
Let's see.
If you decide to take it, it will be your level 4 consequence. Unless you will want to use an advantage or a fate point. Oh, actually, no, you don't have any advantages.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have an advantage on Lyri. Would a 1+ fate point even do anything?
Oh, yeah, it would negate her damage. 'Cause she's only 1 above.
That's a
you.
risk. Because she could just use another fate point.
I guess I'm taking a consequence then.
Okay. Lyri, what's Bud's level 4 consequence called?
I'm just gonna call it Frozen Core because I just hit him with an ice ball and he's very, very cold.
Sure. Makes sense to me. But once again, we find ourselves in the very common situation where you are one hit away from death. Well, not death, but defeat. Although of these blood oaths you never know. I would say the terms of the compel say that you consider these elves to be your enemy. That does not mean that you have to be dumb about it, okay? So you can say like, I will fight you another day or something like that, okay?
Yeah. This is gonna be a glimmer of Warlord, but where the stupidity is lacking.
Yeah. If you want to surrender in terms of game mechanics, you can do this at any point, even when it's not your turn. But just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Just something to keep in mind. Okay. Do you two do anything else for your turns in terms of narrative?
I just yell back to Cynthia to stand down.
He yells
You're
out.
already really hurt.
He yells out. We still have an undead invasion to deal with.
There's like 6 other ships full of undead.
What?
It's a long story, just... You need to heal up first. You're hurt.
He looks very conflicted.
Shut up, just do it.
I'm going... I'm going to roll a d2. A1 is he accepts your advice. A2 is he continues fighting. Okay, he is now persuaded to surrender. He will turn to his companion, the Blood of Archer, and say, let me look up her. I think she's right, Melwyn. We don't have a chance. We're falling like... We have to surrender. Melwyn will say, have you lost your senses completely, Senfeo? We have to defend the ship. You're also able to intervene in this discussion, Lyri. It's taking place in Falasian, so I don't think anyone else can intervene.
It's fine. I'll just snarl back at her and say, Miss Ember Sorrow commands you to stop it.
She looks at you in shock and like is at a loss for words for a moment. But yeah, I think she will agree with Senfeo at this point. So in terms of game mechanics, the Blood Elves will surrender at this point. Well, surrender against the undead. There may be other things happening with Bladebeard's thing. But yeah. Senfeo yells out to the Blood Elves, lay down your weapons, we surrender. And the Blood Elves do so. Because this is a surrender in terms of game mechanics, the undead will not like slaughter the Blood Elves. And they will accept the surrender. But you, just as you are like badly hurt, you see these Blood Elves surrendering. Now above board. Because a surrender means, in terms of game mechanics again, that there are some conditions imposed upon the ones that are defeated. Do you guys have any like conditions to impose upon the Blood Elves?
I mean,
it's probably Zul'Gulga's ship, so she's probably gonna like make them do the same labor she'll make to the other refugees.
Maybe.
If it's... This is like the darkest thing Bud will ever say, and I don't know if I want to do it.
Please go stick to your character.
Okay, I'm sorry, Zil.
But above board, if you say, I want to eat that guy's entrails, that might not fly.
No, we'll see how this pans out, because it's all dialogue, really, anyways, so it doesn't even need to pan out. It's just what Dark Bud, as I'm going to call him, is going to say.
Okay. Okay, so in terms of narrative, the Blood Oaths reluctantly lay down their arms. The Blood Oath Archer also does this, but she like stares at you, Lyri, in like shock and confusion. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, the undead take the weapons from the Blood Oaths, and
Can I be the one that takes the weapons from the archer?
sure,
I was fighting her.
Sure.
You can try and do it sneakily, yeah.
I mean, not even sneakily. You can do it openly.
Yeah,
I guess.
I take her weapon.
She looks at you with pure rage, but does nothing.
I'm imagining Blood can do something now, maybe? We'll see. I don't...
Yeah. You can do whatever you'd like,
Okay.
Bud.
I'll actually go ahead and help some of the elves I knocked out up if they're conscious.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing.
Bud stands up a little bit better, after everything's cleared up. And he glares at the sorcerer.
Rest to get to live, but I will break your bones.
Can I compel Bud?
Of course.
I'm going to use his first mate and I'm going to snog him and tell him to go to Bladebeard.
Hmm.
You don't need to like compel him in character, right? You can just say that he does something.
Yeah. Compels take place above board.
Yeah.
They're basically like between players, not necessarily between characters.
Yeah, so you don't need to
Oh.
stay in character, Lyri.
So you're compelling Bud to do what exactly, and what aspect of
To
his
go
are
and
you
take some
invoking?
orders from Bladebeard because he's been a bad bird.
Would Bud accept this? You have a fate point score, so you are able to refuse.
I don't think Bud is going to accept that. He's had a very long divergence from Bladebeard, and this is a very different Bud right now.
Sure. But that does mean you will lose your fate point. Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Yep. That's fine.
I did something I shouldn't have, and I need to fix it. But continue. Okay.
I guess Bud wants to break this guy's arm.
He retreats from you with a look of fear.
Well, I'm going to step forward. I'm going to say, you're not going to do any such thing. There's hatred in my eyes. I'm really, really peeved off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going in it, so...
Again, very, very different from usual Bud. This is a very almost intelligent look and better vocabulary, I guess.
You're
Well-
weak. Pitiful.
Whatever you say. You won't look so tough after I'm done with you.
I will mention, only the Blood Oaths are out of combat. You two can continue to be in
Oh
combat.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I unsheath my blade. I mean, it never was unsheathed to begin with, or sheathed. Or whatever. I take my blade out and I point at a Bud. I point at his big belly. What? What do you want?
I want his broken bones. Everything they did to us.
Oh, shut up! You're nothing.
And what are you?
Awesome. I spit at him.
Benjamin and Bladebeard also see this happening.
Yeah.
For now, I'm just staring dumbfounded.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my turn.
Well, I'm really annoyed, so I'm just gonna poke him with the dagger. I'm mad. He's acting like a snob, and nobody is above me.
Sure.
Not some dumb, stinky ogre.
If you are you making an attack? Are you treating this as an attack or just as a narrative?
Oh yeah, an attack.
Okay. Roll me your quick or your forceful at this point. And Bud, how would you defend yourself?
I guess Bud will try to grab her arm and like take it.
Roll your forceful, please. You successfully defend yourself.
Can I use a fate point?
Sure. It would mean
I will use a reckless scoundrel because I'm a reckless scoundrel right now.
that means you tie.
And I use his frozen core.
To deal a level 6 consequence to Bud, I guess. What is Bud's level 6 consequence? Lyri.
You know what? I'm gonna call this one.
Mr. Hall.
Let's call it.
Mr. Hole.
No, I'm just gonna call it gouged by a cinder eye.
Gouged what?
Gouged by a cinder eye.
Oh,
Just
okay.
blood elf, doesn't matter. Either way.
No, I didn't exactly hear that, and I thought you were gouging his eye out. That's what I was.
Oh god.
I would
Eye
never.
patch Bud.
I mean, it's a level 6 consequence, so you are able to do that. But sure.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What? Lyri gouges Bud's eye out. What's the? Is it still gouged by a cinder eye?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Bud, your eye is gouged out, and you fall over in pain. And because of the damage, very serious damage that you've sustained in the battle, you're, like I mentioned, you're basically kind of like a raid boss that all the blood elves were pelting with projectiles. You fall over, unconscious.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
I'll go ahead and run over and say, what did you just do? Is the eye still on the dagger?
I don't think I'd poke his eye out. More just I kind of
Just a
damaged
slash.
it,
Okay,
so
yeah.
it might be healable, but it probably would take a lot. I haven't just poked it out on a big stick. It's still in there, but it's pretty badly, stabbed.
Okay.
Sure.
What did you just do to Bud?
I roll my eyes.
Senfeo will walk up to you, Benjamin, and say, "What is this, human? What's going on here?"
And you are?
Senfeo Ember Sorrow.
He's my brother.
I'll narrow my eyes quite a bit. And I'll just shake my head and sigh and say, long story short, we're hostages for this witch and we're being forced to fight for her.
Is this to be our fate as well, then?
Probably.
Well,
There's a better chance for you to survive than... Whatever.
he will sigh. He has a very frustrated look under that helmet. But then he will turn to you, Lyri, and say, well, at least I guess it's a chance to catch up.
Could have been a better time, a better place. But, I guess... What are the chances?
Well, you may have heard that. Well, we were thrown out of Aaran. He looks at you, Benjamin, says, "Are you with the Alliance?" Well, I guess it doesn't matter at this point. We were on a mission by the Region Lord. Scout out a certain place. Well, I guess that's on hold for the moment.
I guess. These are my friends, by the way. And I kind of gesture at Buhd and Benjamin.
Yeah, he looks at your bloody dagger, and he says, "Right, friends." He nods slowly.
I don't know what... Never mind.
Well, Buhd wasn't acting like himself, but that was definitely a bit excessive.
Can we heal him?
By the looks of it, he'll be fine, but well,
How's he going to aim a cannon with terrible depth perception?
Just let's just help him up or something.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he's just completely down.
Just he'll be fine. I'm sure.
Are you sure?
Some friends you've kept, Lyri. Lyri, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you did give us a fake name.
Of course. I never. I'm just really overwhelmed right now.
Sanfeo looks at you with a concerned expression, and then he turns to you, Benjamin, and says, "Well, dear fellow prisoner, can you please give us some space?"
Yeah, sure.
Benjamin?
Yeah.
Can you apologize for Buhd for me?
I'll try, and I hope he's back to himself when he wakes up.
Okay. And I go with Santheo.
Mm-hmm. He will lead you like below deck while the undead are like taking the weapons from the blood oaths. He will lead you below deck to what it seems to you to be the ship's supply stores.
I would also like to go as fast as possible below deck and find some room with things.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going sneakily or?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, he's short, so everyone there is really tall. So
I would like to find like captain's quarters or anything
Well,
with like maps and stuff.
well, I would like to ask you to roll me your sneaky to see if Sanfeo notices you. Okay, a tie is you succeed, Bladebeard, but something else happens.
All right.
It could just be that he notices, but I tell him that that Bladebeard's okay.
Well, I kind of determine what is that something else. This is just how like the game mechanics work. In case of oppose overcome, yeah. Is this all right with you, DoomGoblin? Or
Yeah.
okay.
I'm like sneaking from the undead and Zugalga. I don't really care about this guy.
Well, again, he will not notice you, but something else will happen if you go with this role.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. you see the green glow from your bag intensify. Senfeo and Lyri, actually roll me your own careful. See if you notice.
Careful's
this.
garbage, I won't notice him.
Well, you never know. Okay, you do not notice. Bladebeard, you see the glow from your bag intensify.
Alright, I grab the thing.
Okay. It glows very bright fell green. At this point, actually, Senfeo and Lyri would notice because it's a very bright glow. And Senfeo at least would turn to you, Bladebeard. What does Lyri do?
Oh wait. I this is just a joke. It's not a problem, but because I rolled the same thing as him, the bad thing that happens is he notices me.
Well, no, something else is the bad thing that will happen. He notices you because you pulled the orb out of your bag.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay. So Senfei will turn towards Bladebeard. Lyri, do you do the same?
Mm-hmm.
He
Uh.
yells in common, "What are you doing here? What's that?"
It's just Bladebeard. You just leave him be.
Before the lot of you can say much else, some people are going to teleport, well, next to Bladebeard. Would you like to, for me to put them on screen on next session, or should I put them on screen and then we can talk about the consequences in the next session?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, let's
Do it now.
cliffhangers. Yeah.
Sure. Let me put them on screen. You see, first of all, this person. You will also see this person. Well, 20 is being a little laggy for me at the moment. And you will also see this person teleport in.
Oh.
Okay. And I guess at this point, this is where we shall leave off for the day. So, what did you all think of this session?
A lot more happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put you to work, Zelris.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm exhausted.
yeah, I can understand that. Thoughts on today's session?
Hectic. It was going so nice at first.
I was not expecting Evil Bud for this session, but we finally got there.
So sad because we were finally starting to hit it off at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you threw it all away by going psycho.
Look, I wanted to see how it would go, and it went the way I thought it did.
I'm not judging you based on the narrative. It was a good choice, but...
Well, it's something that I've wanted to happen for a while. There just hasn't been a good reason for it, and
it just makes it even sadder that now Bud is all bruised up.
Yeah, and he's gonna have...
Since all of our level 2 consequences are gone, does that mean Cynthia was level 2 consequences?
No, only Bud's is gone because he was knocked out.
Oh, I didn't have one to begin with. Duh. I forgot.
I'm gonna have a second character with an eye patch now.
I mean, then maybe you can get the little dagger to heal you up.
Maybe, but I mean,
it's a level 6 consequence anyway, so it'll stay around for a while, even though that's just like 2 days or something.
I know, at the very least,
he doesn't have to lose his entire eye. He could just like
it could just be
get
temporary.
Yeah, I think temporary is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I chose not to like actually poke out his whole eye for a reason. I didn't want to like permanently disfigure the poor guy.
I already have one character with an eye patch. Thank you very much.
Well, but this one won't be horrible. It will just be black.
How dare you diss on my red eye patch with a little tiny skull in it? It's not my fault Blizzard doesn't update eye patches.
Well, use a black one. It's much better.
What a crazy episode! Oh my god.
The little one that the one that I have for ban is given to me from Rexar. You can't judge me.
Okay, that explains a lot.
There you go.
Sort of.
Then I will say Rexar has bad taste.
It was the only male eye patch for a while. Okay.
I would say above board. The combat has ended, but you guys haven't had a chance to rest up properly. So your level 2 your guys' stress and Senfeo's level 2 consequence will remain for the moment.
Great.
And his stress too.
Alright.
Yeah.
I've just reunited with my poor old brother, and he's immediately going to get murked for the second time by these random people who came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he is perilously close to that.
You're insane, Bladebeard. One of these guys doesn't even have a face. Crazy.
Yeah, and he has a silver head tabard. No, it's not silver head. Argenton, yeah.
Let me turn it back to the usual screen so that the viewers can see, maybe in more detail. The guy with the Argent Dawn tabard is actually a lore character that
I know. Is
that
he,
I will don't shut up. I would ask you not to
Nice.
look it up so that you guys don't spoil yourselves.
I won.
Is the face that important?
No, the character itself is something.
Then I think I have no
It's
idea.
Medallion,
Who it is.
obviously.
I've got blanks on this one, so
Same,
I
have no
know.
idea who this is.
I know who that is.
Good on you, DoomGoblin. Genuine congrats. But I will say that's why he kind of looks a little bit crappy, because I try to imitate how he actually looks.
interesting.
Okay.
I can send you like images of him, but I won't tell you who he is. He is a character who appears in a comic.
Huh.
Yeah, send some pictures. I'm actually pretty curious how it looks.
Yeah, sure.
Pretty good job because I recognize him.
Oh my lord.
I have my suspicions that I have not seen the comic, and that's probably why I have no idea who this is.
Understandable.
What an insane session, though.
Oh god, a lot happened.
Yeah.
I was so certain I was going to have to, I was saving my teleport just in case I had to, blink over to the other ship and, beat up Zulgaga a bit. But she didn't do anything, so...
Well, she would have acted if the battle had gone awry, definitely. And she still might, given who these 3 people who just showed up.
It's the Avengers.
I will say that this isn't entirely accurate to what a restored Bud memory will be like. This is just feral Bud, as far as I see it.
Oh yeah, I mean...
It's
Bud so much of him getting his memory back because he had PTSD.
Yeah, that's the more accurate thing. I would say it was not. I wanted to portray Bud just as angry, feral Bud with more intelligence than usual. So
he was scary.
It's whenever I don't know how the character will be whenever that happens, but it will be interesting whenever that does occur.
I think you did a great job, honestly.
Yeah. I've been meaning. My brain has been tinkering of what a somewhat restored Bud would be like, especially in this scenario where it's just pure anger. I don't think I've done the intelligence route yet when it's a calm situation.
Definitely makes sense to me. Thank you, Zelris, for putting up with being put in the limelight for like 3 hours or however long this was.
I wasn't all in the limelight, but did some cool stuff too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, a lot happened. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, we had some really nice RP at the start. That was fun. Probably my favorite bit of the session because I wasn't constantly being...
We're just talking about boots.
I wasn't being hit by crates
We just need to get Bud his boots, and he'll be happy.
I wasn't being fisted by Buhd.
Oh no!
Stop.
Oh.
You said it, not me.
I know. That's why I hate myself.
I'm all the more tempted to leave my comment from the beginning of the episode into this scene now. Into the final video. So that you don't look as bad, Skoll.
Yeah.
Above board, if I decide not to include it, I made a joke about food as everyone, okay? Yeah. Other thoughts on this session? Actually, I'm curious to hear Thompshire and DoomGoblin. What are your thoughts, since you guys were obviously still present, but not like as involved as Buhd and Lyri?
I guess again, it was a bit refreshing to just go back to just talking about nothing in the beginning of the session. You know, it's always fun. And then I guess it's the combat. I'm not sure there's a lot to say, but some interesting details popped up. That's it. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say I was very happy with this session because I like that I've like more or less made you guys. I forced you guys into a battle where you're basically stuck in the middle between two parties that are more or less hostile to you, and it was very interesting to see how each and every one of you acted.
Yeah, I didn't really want to kill any blood elves,
Yeah,
and I didn't.
Yet
I
you
didn't.
Yet you attacked them. Yet you attacked them.
Yeah.
Initially, I was gonna have Bud play friendly and everything, and just bonk people on the heads, but no.
Yeah, just knocking them with a cannon, nothing else. Yeah.
And
Well,
I would,
he
and
wasn't-
I would
okay,
probably do the same thing too, but
he was not gonna hit them with the cannon until this whole thing popped up where, I guess he's gonna have PTSD on being a former ogre warlord in Dire Maul. Okay.
and I wasn't gonna like go on their side until I got punched by Buhd.
Makes sense.
I did roll to see if it was gonna be not Lyri, and it sadly was. So
Yeah.
No, I mean it's probably for the best. It made the episode interesting.
yeah. It's
Funny
I mean-
how Bud was one in danger of dying,
yeah.
and Lyri was fine, pretty much.
I guess it's karma a little bit, but I mean, yeah. Bud's usually good natured, so it's weird. It's very different Bud.
I wonder how Bud's gonna react when he gets better.
I
feel
don't
bad for
know.
him.
I don't know how he's going to react yet either. We'll see.
I think for like the next session, while you are unconscious, but because you won't wake up right away, though you will be able to participate in events, I will promise you that. But I will ask you if you have like any dreams, visions, memories while you're
Oh yeah, I
unconscious.
had an idea that I wanted to do,
Okay.
but that'll be for the next session. I'm thinking.
Actually, same, because even though you got a bit of info about my character, a lot of it probably won't come out until next session because these funky dudes popped up.
Yeah. I'm genuinely curious, Zelris, because obviously you realized before Lyri found out. At what point did you realize, this is like Senfeo?
Last session when you said it was the Blood Elf Bow, I was like, of course, it's going to be one of the elves I put in my story, my backstory.
I'm sure, fair enough.
So once you gave all the details of what elves were on the ship, I was like, it's going to be either one. They're all different fighters in ways. So once you said it was a mage, I was like, I know which one it is.
Yeah. Makes sense. I guess it would have been funny if it was the dead character, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, just Zelgaga just managed to bring him back somehow.
Oh, Jesus. Thompshire, I hope you are not upset at me for tricking you.
What do you mean?
I will tell you in private in that case. But yeah, this was a very fun session, and I am looking forward to the next one. The next one is probably going to be just as crazy at this point. Any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
Poor
I don't think I
Meridia.
got anything.
How much did Meridia say?
I mean, she like participated in discussions with you guys at the beginning, but she was then taken as a hostage, more or less, by Zulgalga.
Oh yeah, she was taken somewhere else. She wasn't up above board with her. Was she? Okay.
She was. If you were to look, Frignir would definitely notice. So I will inform the rest of you guys. She was with Zulgalga while all this was happening.
Oh jeez.
by
So
the
does that
way-
mean she potentially saw Buhd go cuckoo? I
Yeah.
hope not.
Yeah. And
Oh
she
jeez.
was paying attention.
I mean, there's not much she can do apart from pay attention. She's kind of stuck.
Speaking of Meridia, the Lyri's brother is a Sunreaver, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty.
He's a good boy.
Well, the Archmage managed to move beyond her dislike of Lyri. I'm sure she can manage with her brother. Also, her brother probably won't try to steal from her.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
But yeah,
So now we have a bunch of blood elves on the ship who are gonna be pawns in Zulgalga's game. This is great.
I mean, I think the more urgent situation is the trio who just teleported in, who are definitely associated with Bladebeard's green glow somehow.
Well,
Yeah.
I no spoilers for next time, but I don't think Lyri is gonna really bother with Bladebeard's beef. Too peeved off right now.
Well, they might bother with you, honestly. Okay.
I'll just pretend I don't know who Bladebeard is.
Sure.
I have no association with this Bladebeard fellow.
No, these guys are our allies, sent by the Legion. They're going to help us, obviously.
Probably the first time those words have been spoken in Warcraft.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Bladebeard doesn't judge if you're from the Legion or the Alliance or the Horde or the Light.
Or the Void, apparently.
He hates everyone.
Pretty accurate.
He loves his little iron dude, though.
Because
Is that unconditional love, Bladebeard?
I'm not trying to put words into Bladebeard's mouth, but I imagine Bladebeard only likes Frignir because Frignir obeys him unconditionally.
He doesn't hate everyone. He likes liking people. But yeah, Frignir is fine.
On that note,
Then-
go ahead.
Who is your favorite non-robotic person?
Oh, there's a lot of unrobotic people here. I don't know. Himself.
Well, aside
Accurate,
from yourself. But yes, very accurate.
Probably the Tuskar that we just ate.
Oh,
He's dead, so it doesn't count.
He was pretty delish.
I don't know, Shalan maybe.
That's a
friend
good
we haven't
answer.
seen in a
That's-
long time.
That is probably the best answer he could have given. Shalon is wholesome.
The safest answer.
In fact, we should probably just bring Shalon back to the boat so Zolgar.
No, that's a terrible idea. Zelatath is here.
Yeah,
Exactly,
no,
just-
keep Shalon far away. Let him be safe.
I should just give Zolgar all the artifacts so Teeironor has to write himself into a corner.
I mean,
Let's just let Zolgaga become a god and see what we can do.
I did mention, how should I say? I did give Bladebeard a hint that even if Zulgaga succeeds, all may not be lost, I guess.
I guess.
She will not succeed. I mean, Dagger already hates her. And
Hates is a strong word.
yeah, Blade. The Blade is already conspiring against her.
To be fair, it's conspiring against everyone.
Yeah. And
Can somebody just like take it over the knee and break it in half?
Above board in the lore, lots of very powerful people have tried to destroy Zalatath, and none have managed.
Are any of them Buhd? I didn't think so.
No, but they're like archmages, high priests, etc., etc.
They don't have pure muscle.
Sure.
Maybe that's all it takes is just a really big beefcake to just like smack it a little bit.
Sure. DoomGoblin, I'm not sure if you remember, but when you guys defeated Zalatath, narratively what happened is maybe you dealt the final blow. Well, no, you didn't deal the final blow because Zalatath surrendered, but basically what happened was Kyrie trapped Zalatath while she was practically overextended, so to say. It wasn't that she was really damaged, but yeah. Any other... Go ahead.
Bladebeard thinks that he really damaged the dagger.
And he is free to believe that, and we love him for it.
And he kind of did, gameplay-wise.
He did. Definitely. Any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are those thoughts, Lyri? Zelris?
I don't know.
Joking. Okay.
I can't wait for Zolgaga to beat me up for siding with the Blood Elves.
Who knows? Okay. Thank you, dear, to everyone for watching and listening to us. I would like to ask these lovely people to talk a little bit about themselves. I've rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that the owner of this channel, Skoll, should go first and promote himself. Could you please go ahead, Skoll?
Yep. I can do that. You know me. I played as Buhd, the I guess now very psychopathic and angry ogre. Usually from his kind-hearted self. You know, I make all the machinimas, lore videos, what if videos, all that stuff on WoW and other games in the near future. So yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find me on the Twitter and the YouTube and on Twitch.
Dear viewers, you can see all of our links on the screen and in the description below. Thank you, Skoll. Next, according to the dice, would be the more or less one of the stars of this episode, I guess, Zelris. Could you please go ahead?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm Zelris, and I was playing the almost equally psychopathic Blood Elf who got tipped over the edge and poked out our dear friend Buhd's. She didn't poke out the eye, but whatever. Poked him in the eye.
Again, you had the power to actually, like, dig out his eye, pretty much. At that point.
I know, but I show restraint even in my insanity, you know.
Admirable, unlike Buhd, I guess. Next on the list would be DoomGoblin. Could you please go ahead?
Oh yeah, it's me, DoomGoblin. I played Captain Bladebeard. And usually I draw stuff, and you can check me out on the links, like in every episode.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you very much. And next will be Sir Thompshire.
It is I, Sir Thompshire, and as always, I have played Benjamin Aaran, who this episode spent most of his time whacking blood elves with the guard of his sword. And you can find me both on YouTube and Twitter as Sir Thompshire as well. And yeah, follow my stuff.
Yep. He does a lot of the renders for the series that you can see in our episodes. Thank you. And I was your DM Game Master Teeironor. I usually do videos focusing on video game lore or like whatchamacallit, or history. I haven't done that many lately because real life has been a real pain, but I do post them at least once every 2 weeks, if not more often. I've been posting a lot of Elder Scrolls lore lately, so go check me out if that's your cup of tea. But yeah, otherwise, thank you to everyone for watching and listening to us. We shall be back next week on Sir Thompshire's channel. And yeah, goodbye everybody.
Bye.
See ya.